Hello and welcome back to another edition of Truth or Tuesday. And I am your host, the host with the most, Jake Paul, the one and only. All right. So, welcome back, y'all. Another Tuesday night, another Truth or Tuesday. I have a fun show planned for you. So, hopefully, you guys are ready for some fun. All right. And before we even get the show started, we had a super chat come in. Actually, we had a couple super chats come in. One very generous super chat from Dwight Vanderpool, who says, "Number one, you puppies dinner on me. Wednesday, Tuesday, okay, of course. Halves fun." So this guy, he likes to basically misspell all of his words. I don't know what it is about this guy, but he likes to leave comments like this. He's a paying member. He has sent a generous super chat donation. However, he likes to type his chats like this, and needless to say, it keeps me confused and perplexed as to why. But thank you very much, Dwight Vanderpool, getting us started with some super chat love today before the stream even began. And my puppy, Ralphie, he's here. He's laying down behind me on his chair. There he is right there. See? Laying down on the chair. And so he had some dinner just before we got started. So he should be good to go for the next few hours. All right. And then before the stream even started, there was another super chat that came in. I can't go back and pull it up because it came in too early for me to even pull it up. But I can still read it on my end. And it says, it was from Bastian Laros, Mr. Flat Earth. Says, "Great work that you have been doing for years. Have you ever seen my work here in the Netherlands? TV and news is pure mind control. See my Flat Earth on Dutch TV video from 2016. So before the stream started, a guy wanted me to check out his old Flat Earth video from Dutch TV. So we'll go ahead and show that here in a few minutes when we kick off the show. So thank you to Bastian Laros, Mr. Flat Earth, for the super chat before we even got the show started. All right. Got a new member, Saul 1000. Fantastic. Jeremiah Dissident Morgan says, "Just getting ready for the show. Rolling, rolling, rolling." All right. Keep rolling, 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 rolling. Yeah, keep rolling, 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 rolling. Now I know y'all be loving this shit right now. Limp Biscuit. Man. Yeah. Chocolate starfish and a hot dog flavored water. Remember when Fred Durst used to make that noise a lot, and then it got really annoying? Man. All right. Tammy Z with a super sticker. Thank you very much, Tammy Z, coming in with that super sticker, giving me the thumbs up. Very cute. All right. With that said, guess it's time to start the show, yo. You guys ready to get started? Have a good time tonight? All right. Who else is here? Let me say hi to everybody real quick while people are still trickling in. Dcran4D says, "I'm sensing some undercover shills." Hey, what else is new? They're here every week. Got to have the hate watchers, hoping that I slip up and say something that they can use to slander me, right? So what they hope is that I say something that they can cut up and turn into a slander video, try and get everyone to hate me. That's like their whole goal of being here. And since I'm pretty sure somebody connected back to Jaren or Jaren himself is here. Hey, Jaren, your wife is still a whore, and she cheated on you with your best friend because she has no respect for you. And you and your whore wife, you created a special needs boy who is destined to ride the short bus for the rest of his life. Congratulations, Jaren. Aren't you glad to be here and hate watch me? There you go. If you're going to hate watch me, I might as well make fun of your whore wife and your special needs boy, right? It is a comedy show, right? All right. I'm Riggs says, how does the Middle East corner store go again? So I think what you're looking for, the Middle Eastern corner store music joke, it goes like this. So have you ever walked into your corner store and the Middle Eastern dude behind the counter is rocking out some of his own home country's music? And it sounds a little something like this. And he's like behind the counter and he's digging it. He thinks that that sounds amazing. Meanwhile, to you, it sounds like this. Oh yeah. And you're like, whoa, that's some beautiful music that you and your people listen to. It's very cultural, right? And then I'm always thinking to myself, like, here's a guy behind the counter rocking out to a guy singing terribly, and that's what he considers great music. Meanwhile, I geek out to, like, intricate guitar solos and intricate bass solos. So I go search for, like, an old Eddie Van Halen solo from 1984 where he's like on cocaine and he's in the zone and he plays like his best solo he's ever played. And I'm like, whoa, yeah, I love that part where he's like, whoa, I love that part. Whereas like a Middle Eastern dude, he doesn't geek out to men playing guitar solos. He geeks out to another man going, oh, yeah, yeah, oh, yeah, yeah. So, to each his own. I like when guys go, whittle, 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 whittle. I'm like, whoa, oh my God. Whereas a Middle Eastern dude, he's going to hear another Middle Eastern guy go, oh, yeah, 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 yeah. And he's going to be like, oh, I love this part. Oh my God, this is my jam. Ooh. See, so it's like everyone has their own musical tastes, right? There you go. I think that's what you're looking for, right? I hope that's what you were looking for. Either way, that's what you got. All right. Coming up next, we got Jeremiah Dissident Morgan coming in with a second donation already, which is going to prompt me to sing Jeremiah Dissident Morgan was a good friend of mine. He always sent me some super chats and we had ourselves a hell of a time. Woo! And then I drank some really fucking good wine. And damn, that's some really good wine. Woo! Everybody, joy to the world. Sing it with me now. Oh, you boys and girls, I'll set joy to some fishes in the deep blue sea. Joy to your grandma and me. Well, if I was a lady, boo-doo-boo, tell you what I'd do. Well, I would be such a freaking slut, and I'd make sweet love to all of you, yeah. Cause that's what the fuck I would do. Whoa! Joy to the world. One more time now. All you boys and girls, I said joy to Jeremiah in the deep blue sea, because he sent a super chat to me. There you go. Didn't expect that to happen. He said, had a feeling you would catch the Fred Durst lyric. You had a correct feeling, sir. you think you're special. You do. I can see it in your eyes. I can see it when you look at me, when you laugh at me and have fun with me. Me! This time I'm gonna let it all come out. This time I'm gonna stand up and shout. I'm gonna make the Fred Durst noise. It's my way. Me! My world, our way. Me! There you go. Lots of singing tonight. All right. Kevin Arnold from the Wonder Years. Yes, that Kevin Arnold says weather manipulation, geoengineering, chemtrails. They could use this for good, but they don't. You know, we're going to get into that tonight because people are making the connection that the flooding in Texas is due to weather modification. They even did a mainstream news report trying to thwart that notion and basically say that it's nothing but just a cuckoo conspiracy theory. So we're going to get into that tonight. And there's channels out there who say that the news is fake, but then they'll tell you that chemtrails is just a made-up guardrail conspiracy. So, you know, to each his own. So we're just going to go over the news stories that they give us. We'll talk about it. We'll give our opinions like usual. It's always up to you to decide what the truth is in your own heart. I'm just here to help you break it down and make that process a lot easier, more entertaining, and a hell of a lot more funny. Thank you, Kevin Arnold. We're definitely going to get into that. In fact, that was like the first story I was going to get into because let's face it, right now it's summertime. There's not a whole lot going on. The news is kind of boring. Whenever I check out the fake news looking for stuff to talk about for you guys, right? And turn it into content. I got to say, you know, Texas flood being at the tippity top of the news headlines, not the most exciting, but, you know, I'm going to do my best to like work with it and try and make something out of it, right? Turn some fucking lemons into lemonade, as they say. All right. Thank you, Kevin. I appreciate it, sir. Glad you could make it. We got Danny Diesel here. He says, I have a hankering for a hunk of cheese. A hunk off cheese. He has a hankering for a hunk off cheese. All right. Well, I hope you have some cheese to satisfy your cheese hankering. I hope you consume enough cheese that you no longer are hankered for a cheese hankering. All right. Thank you very much, Danny Diesel. Got Izzy Tech coming in with some Trumptricity. In fact, as you all know, I've been working very hard at turning around this country. Creepy Joe nearly ran this place right off the rails. So I was hard at work turning the egg price knob down for you guys. That was the first thing I needed to accomplish. We accomplished that. The second thing I needed to do was turn the gas price down for you. Now, the third thing, which I will accomplish very soon, I'm going to implement Trumptricity into all of your lovely homes. I got a little distracted with Palestine. I told them they needed to do a ceasefire, but they didn't ceasefire. Very upset with Palestine, very upset with Jerusalem, very upset with the whole thing. Told them we need to do a ceasefire. They didn't listen. So very disappointed. I'm sick of CNN. They're fake news. They're ugly. They're losers. Just sick of the whole thing. So right when I finished fixing these problems, I'm going to get around to implementing Trumptricity into all of your lovely homes. Because let's face it, it's leaner, meaner, greener, far superior than electricity in every way, shape, or form. We're going to save billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars. It's going to be quite fantastic. And you know who we're going to make finance the whole thing? China. That's right. I've got them bent over right now because of these tariffs. If they don't work with me, I'm going to tariff them right back to Kingdom Come, if you know what I mean. There you go. Some Trumptricity for you. Getting the show started right. All right. Trumptricity. Sunflower coming through with a donation says, I finally watched Behind the Curve. It's free on Tubi now. Pretty much who's who of shillery. Yeah, so that was a hit piece documentary, and it was designed to basically make anyone who watches that think that the idea of the earth being flat is fucking retarded. And anyone who thinks it's flat goes to these conferences and is a total goober and acts like a fucking retard. And so they want you to associate the idea with that group of shills. And it's supposed to turn you off from the idea to where whenever flat and earth are brought in your direction, you go, oh yeah, I know all about that. I looked into it. They want you to think you're well educated and you did your research if you watched that hit piece documentary. And it was seen by, from what I hear, millions of people. I couldn't tell you exactly how many, but maybe over 10 million people by now. So I'm sure it did a number on the topic, caused a lot of people to decide that it wasn't something they need to look into. And that's why the topic is basically dead nowadays. Hardly anyone gonna make a video about the earth being flat nowadays after it's been desecrated by nothing but shills for the past decade. The only good thing is, a shillbag like Jaren who flip-flopped on his flat earth stance and his moon landing stance. His channel is now dead in the water. And so watching his channel basically become totally irrelevant and his flat earth audience leave and his globe cuck audience really not be there to support him. That's the only good thing about it, is watching some of these shills basically have no presence here on YouTube anymore. All of their clout that they used to have has evaporated. It's like the only good thing that came out of the flat earth subject being buried and overran by shills was that the shills have no life now. The shills who participated in that, yeah, they're basically just sitting there spinning their wheels for nobody. All right. Thank you very much, Sunflower. Appreciate the support. You are a longtime supporter of this channel, and you've donated many times in the past. I really appreciate that you're still here, still hanging out with you. Glad to see you. All right. I think I'm just about caught up right after I read this one from Shady Davy D, another very loyal supporter. He's here every week. I wish more people, would keep Tuesday logged into their weekly schedule. It seems people are forgetting what day I go live. And so guys like Davey D, I can count on him always being here and supporting the show. And not only that, but he sends super chats and he tells other people to hit the thumbs up. Great guy. Thank you very much, Shady Davey D, for being here yet again. You are an awesome supporter to this channel. I need more guys like you. All right. Jeremiah coming in with yet another super chat donation, says Behind the Curve was a big mistake for them. It just expanded the subject to NPCs, that some of which are FE now. That's debatable, bro. I would say that out of the millions of people that watched it, the amount of people that were like, oh, I'm going to look into this even further, and then became full-blown FE-ers, Probably not very many. Whereas the amount of millions of people who were maybe on the fence with the idea that saw it and then thought, oh, these people are retarded. I'm glad I never got into this. Probably way more so. So I would guess millions of people decided it's retarded and it's not something that they should look into, versus maybe like a fraction of a percentage maybe decided that it's something that they should look into further. So I would definitely argue against you on that one, unfortunately. But I thank you for sending another super chat nonetheless. All right. I think I got all caught up here. Oh, no, got one last one. Jeremiah says, well, I did say some. Yeah, I would guess it's a very small percentage, bro. No way to figure out exactly how many, but. And then, nowadays, hardly anyone talks about flat Earth. No one makes videos about it anymore. So, it's like a subject that's basically being forgotten about as we speak. Tanya D says, can we bless Misanthropic and her new baby? Oh, yes, Misanthropic and her husband, the Homers, they have a new baby that they have brought into the world. So congrats to Misanthropic and her husband, Kenny, for bringing another new life into the world. May you guys have a wonderful life with your new, I think it's a baby girl. Yeah. Wonderful life with the new baby girl. Yes. Congrats. All right. Make sure I got all the super chats. Hanker for a hunk of Danny Diesel. Hanker for a hunk of cheese. Yeah, I missed one from Danny Diesel, who brought up a hunk of cheese. Almost like he wants me to sing a song about it. I might have to make up a song about a hunk of cheese, just because Danny Diesel has sent 2 super chats now, both with hunk of cheese in the chat. So, hanker for a hunk of cheese. What can I do with this? All right. I guess I should just start by making something up on the spot. La 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 la. I got a hanker for a hunk of cheese, 'cause Danny Diesel sent me these. Hanker for a hunk of cheese tonight. I've got a hanker for a hunk of cheese, 'cause Danny Diesel sent me cheese these. And now I am feeling all right. I really have a hankering for a big old hunk of fucking cheese. And if I get lucky, it might freaking give me a disease. Yes, that is right. I have a hankering for cheese. And if I get lucky, it will give me a disease. I stole that line from Tom Green, but then I changed it up, so now it is my own thing. Wasn't that stupid? Totally. I think it was worth $1.99 though. There you go. Ridiculous. Probably not one that people are going to request over and over again. Sunflower says, thank you for accepting my Canadian Monopoly money. Canadian Monopoly money is welcome here. In fact, I think it's worth slightly more than my American clown face money with all the old dead dudes on it. Yeah. So, yeah. Canadian money. There's some countries, that have like monkeys on their money. I think it's like Costa Rica has freaking monkeys on their money. Like we have old dead slave owners on our money here in America, but in Costa Rica they have like a fucking monkey on their money. It's hilarious. All right. I think we're about ready to start the show here soon. Once I get through reading all these damn super chats. You guys are being super generous tonight. Haven't even got a chance to start the show with all of you guys coming at me with your super chat love. Much appreciated, you guys. We're going to have a good time tonight. Rock Shepherd says, Celebrate Truth is back on the ball. Oh, you mean Robbie Davidson. Well, Robbie Davidson was a shillbag all along. He only got into running the conferences because of the money. So once the conferences stopped drawing a good amount of people and the money dried up, he quit doing it. So long before Robbie Davidson flipped back to the ball, he gave up on flat earth and gave up on the conferences. So if somebody gets into something like flat earth and the first thing they do and associate themselves as International Flat Earth Conference, and then once the conference numbers start to go down, they immediately eject. Well, that just goes to show you that they were only in it for the monetary gain, right? So the fact that Jaron likes to bring up guys like Robbie Davidson and be like, oh, yeah, he's a globe earther now. It's like, yeah, that guy was a fucking shillbag scammer to begin with that never really had any credibility. Nobody became a flat earther because of gargoyle face Robbie Davidson. Thank you for being here, Rocky. Glad you could make it, buddy. Thank you for the super chat. All right. And with that said, looks like I got one more, and then we're ready to get going. Jeremiah says, got a new person, G-Dub. Welcome to the Real Truth Show in YouTube. Oh, do we get a new member? G-Dub? Yes, guys, I'm doing members-only content now, and I'm going to be doing members-only streams. We did our first ever members-only stream a little over a week ago. I'm thinking I'm going to do my next members only stream probably this weekend, probably like Saturday. So, members only content means you have to be a member in order to see the content, in order to participate. And the reason why I do that is so I can create a special atmosphere for me and my party people where we are free of trolls and we get to just hang out and have fun. And my members only streams, I don't talk about what's going on in the fake news so much. We just hang out, have fun, and talk about whatever you guys want. And I read everybody's messages, bring you guys up to chat with me. So my members only streams are going to be a lot of fun. So you're not going to want to miss out. Become a member today. Only $2 a month. It's the best deal in all of entertainment. All right. So with that said, let's go ahead and get the party started. So we got Texas floods as the main headline news. So we'll go ahead and check out the news report for the Texas flood. And then we'll look at a news report that is suggesting that weather modification and cloud seeding could be the cause, or at least some people are making that suggestion. So the mainstream media is bringing up weather modification and cloud seeding. But what exactly are they saying? Stick around. We's about to find out. All right. So let's start with our mainstream media clip about the Texas floods and see what the climate scientists have to say. We know we can trust a climate scientist. What would they have to gain by lying?
Viewers in Texas search for survivors of the deadly flooding there. CBS News is learning the worst hit areas of the Lone Star State saw 12 inches of rain per hour on July 4th. For more on why this storm was so intense and so deadly, we're joined in tonight's interview by Daniel Swain, a climate scientist at UCLA whose work really focuses on the dynamics and impacts of extreme events. So, Daniel, thank you for joining us. The first question, of course, is, what made this event so extreme?
Well, thanks for having me. In this case,
before we get started, it looks like Danny Diesel wants me to Google hanker for a hunk of cheese. Uh-oh. So that means there already is a song called Hanker for a Hunk of Cheese, and I tried to make up my own version. My bad. I didn't know that there already exists a song called Hanker for a Hunk of Cheese. I'm going to try and pull it up here on YouTube, and we'll give a quick listen. Hopefully this is not copyrighted.
Bang, bang, bang. Oh, howdy, partner. Time for timer. Do you ever get that hungry feeling after school? Boy, I do. I'm so hungry, I could eat a wagon wheel. When I'm slow on the draw and I need something to chaw, I hanker for a hunk of cheese.
I totally did not know that this was a thing, and I don't even recognize it. So this is my first time seeing this. Had I known that this was a thing, I would have sang it to the best of my ability. But I did not know this was a thing until now. Thank you for pointing this out to me.
When my 10-gallon hat's a feeling 5 gallons flat, I got something planned, which is little cheese sandwiches. Come on! Here's a great little snack to tide you over till dinner. If you want something delicious and nutritious, cheese is a super snack. Look, a wagon wheel. When my get up and go has got up and went, I hanker for a hunk of cheese.
When my get up and go has got up and went, a hanker for a hunk of cheese. There you go.
When I'm dancing, I hold down in my boots kind of slow down, or anytime I'm weak in the knees. I hanker for a hunk of, a slab or slice of chunk of, a snacker that is a winner, and yet won't spoil my dinner. I hanker for a hunk of cheese. Yahoo!
Yeah, that was way better than the stupid song that I came up with. Holy shit. Holy shit, that's way better than what I thought. All right. Glad we got to start the show with that. That's a good way to get the show started. Jeremiah says this was a commercial during after-school cartoons. I don't remember that one at all. I have a very good memory, and I even remember the jingle to some commercials and stuff from when I was a kid. Shit that I shouldn't remember. I don't remember the hunk of cheese song at all. So for whatever reason, I either dismissed it from my memory, or maybe that one was like older than me. Who knows? It looks like it was pretty old. All right, guys, let's get back to this client scientist going to tell us about the Texas floods. All right, everybody, I know you got hunks of cheese on the brain, right? So now let's bring it back to the Texas floods. Let's all get back on the same page here.
Rescuers in Texas search for survivors of the deadly flooding there. CBS News is learning the worst hit areas of the Lone Star State saw 12 inches of rain per hour on July 4th. For more on why this storm was so intense and so deadly, we're joined in tonight's interview by Daniel Swain, a climate scientist at UCLA whose work really focuses on the dynamics and impacts of extreme events. So, Daniel, thank you for joining us. The first question, of course, is, what made this event so extreme?
Well, thanks for having me. In this case, as is usually the case with any extreme weather event, there was a confluence of multiple factors that came together to make this event as intense and as devastating as it was. And of course, there was a broader region in Texas, Hill Country region, that experienced a heavy rain event over the past weekend. But the real focus has been on the Guadalupe River region, where just an incredible overnight deluge.
It's almost like this guy looks like an AI person. I'm to the point where now anyone on screen, I'm like, is this even a real guy I'm looking at? Am I hearing from an AI scientist at this point?
Torrential thunderstorms dropped inches of rain per hour for several hours on a sustained basis. Really, the ingredients in place were an extremely moist air mass, one of the moistest air masses that we've seen in Texas at this time of year historically, combining with some residual spin in the atmosphere from a former tropical storm Barry, plus an unstable atmosphere. And unfortunately, that's a combination that led to torrential thunderstorms that just moved over and over the same regions repeatedly.
What role does climate change play in all of that? And just help people who aren't following sort of the nitty gritty of that argument, that people have, how this impacts an event like this, climate change.
Well, we know that there are really two types of events that are extreme weather events that are most clearly have links to climate change. One is extreme heat for reasons that may be intuitive, and the other is extreme precipitation events, heavy downpours.
So, is there a possibility that the flooding is caused by climate change? Well, the thing about climate change is it's caused when there's extreme heat or extreme cold. When the climate changes, climate change happens when the climate changes and it gets hot and or cold. So, if it's cold and then it gets hot, that's because of climate change, because the climate has changed. Understand? Oh, yes. Climate change, because hot and cold and changing and climate. Correct. Yes.
And that's because in a warming world, the atmosphere acts essentially as a progressively larger sponge with each fraction of degree of warming capable of holding more water vapor.
So it's like the earth is like a sponge with lots of moisture, and it holds this moisture, and there's varying degrees of capabilities of this moisture being released, causing cooling. And then when it cools, it can also go the opposite direction and cause warmth or heat. This causes change in climate, which is what we call climate change.
Doesn't mean it rains more all the time, but it means that the ceiling on how intense precipitation can become in its most extreme form, as we saw, unfortunately and tragically, the after effects of which this weekend in a warming world.
So as we
In a warming world, we saw climate change, and sadly, you guys, that's what causes the Texas floods. It all makes sense now. I was a little confused as to what caused the Texas floods, but now I know. Climate change. That's how I get educated. I watch the mainstream news, and then they educate my stupid ass and teach me how to be smart so that I know what's going on.
we see more of these events because of that extreme heat and extreme precipitation that you talk about. Should we just expect these things that we like to call historic to be no longer historic, and that these sort of deadly storms could happen more frequently?
So we are already seeing in parts of the United States and in general around the world that the most extreme precipitation events, the heaviest downpours, are becoming even more intense. And extreme rain events and flash flood events that perhaps were rare historically are now happening more often. And we're also seeing events that exceed, in some cases, anything that we've seen historically. And that's not to say that this region, for example, in Texas, has not seen severe floods before. In fact, it is at the heart of what is colloquially known by meteorologists as Flash Flood Alley, which suggests correctly that this is a region that is particularly vulnerable to these.
All right, guys. So there is a classic rock and roll guitarist who's dead now, known as Stevie Ray Vaughan, and he wrote many hit blues songs. And one of Stevie Ray Vaughan's hit songs was a song called Texas Flood, where he sang a blues song about how it's flooding down in Texas. So many, many years ago, rock and roller Stevie Ray Vaughan, he had a song, and it went like this. Well, it's flooding down in Texas. All of the telephone lines are down. Well, it's flooding down in Texas. All of the telephone lines are down. Well, I've been trying to call my baby, but Lord, I can't get a single sound. So Stevie Ray Vaughan was singing about Texas floods before I was even born. So that means Texas has been having floods for a long time. So much so that Stevie Ray Vaughan wrote a blues song about it. So, if we're talking about an area that's been prone to floods for many, many years, to where a classic blues guitarist wrote a song all about how it floods in Texas, in 2025, should we be talking about climate change in a place where there has already been floods that has happened in the past many times the years over? All right. That's all I'm saying. All right. So, guys, the conspiracy theorists are saying that perhaps the flooding in Texas is caused by weather modification and or chemtrails. So let's watch a news report that is going to address these allegations. All right, so we got the climate scientist.
We're talking about.
And finally tonight, in these confusing times, you might have seen posts or videos connecting cloud seeding to what is happening in Texas. And then earlier tonight, the CEO of a weather modification company confirmed that planes in Texas did release silver iode into the atmosphere 2 days before the floods. But he also explained why he says scientifically that does not mean that the two events are connected. Watch this.
We're talking about like sub-centimeter amounts of precipitation, be it in snow or rain from every event, which in aggregate can mean hundreds of acre feet, which is very consequential for farmers and ecosystems, but cannot come close to causing flooding unto itself.
And NBC News climate reporter Chase Kane joins us now. Chase, any conspiracy always starts with like a thread of truth here. Can you explain the science? Like, what is cloud seeding, first off, and how is it being used in Texas?
Any conspiracy theory starts with a thread of truth. Interesting. So there's a thread of truth here, you guys.
Yeah, so cloud seeding is really this idea for farmers of like, hey, there's some moisture up there in the clouds. Is there a way that we can get it out of the clouds down here to the surface to help farmers? Because water vapor that's in the air needs something to grab onto, which is often like smaller than the tip.
Something about the way he made that face that was just like weird and annoying. Look at the way he makes this face.
Yeah, so cloud seeding is really this idea for farmers of like, hey, there's some moisture up there in the clouds. Is there a way that we can get it?
What's up with that? Why do you have to do that? Yeah, so the idea about cloud seeding is there's moisture up in the air and the farmers want to get it. They want to get the weather. They want to get it and they want to bring it down. Like, why do you have to make that ugly fucking face, right? Why can't you just be like, oh, well, cloud seeding is when you spray a certain material in a cloud in order to force that cloud to begin raining right away. What the farmers want to do is no, but he's got to like. He's got to make this ugly fucking face. Why? Why? Why must you make that face, sir? Not necessary.
Often, and how is it being used in Texas?
Yeah, so cloud seeding is really this idea for farmers of like, hey, there's some moisture up there in the clouds. Is there a way that we can get it out of the clouds down here to the surface to help farmers? Because water vapor that's in the air needs something to grab onto, which is often like smaller than the tip of a pen. So you're thinking like pollens, particles of pollen or dust or even air pollution. So you see this graphic here. Basically what they do is they fly planes up there to give the water vapor something to grab onto. So it's
the water needs something to grab onto. It's what it needs. They aren't forcing stuff into the cloud for the water to grab onto it. No, the water needs it. It is something that the water needs. You like the way that they word this? Yes, the water needs something to grab on. So that's why they need to put this silver oxide in there, right? Or whatever, so that the water has something to grab onto, because that's what it needs.
Combination of silver iodide and salt, actually. And so the water vapor forms around that. Eventually it gets heavy enough and then falls to the surface of rain. So when that happens, we're talking really small amounts of rain. In fact, scientists have been debating for decades whether or not this is actually very effective to do. So even when it does work, Gotti, we're not talking about a lot of rain, certainly not the amount of rain that they saw in Texas last week.
So yeah, guys, cloud seeding is a thing. But it only causes a little itty bitty bit of rain. Certainly not enough to flood Texas. So there you go. Conspiracy theory debunked. Yeah. They put some shit in the clouds, but it only causes just a little tiny sprinkle, if anything. There's even a debate whether it even does anything at all. So therefore, it definitely didn't cause the Texas floods. See there? That's how they do away with that conspiracy theory. So some people are saying that they're cloud seeding these clouds and that they're causing the Texas floods with weather modification and manipulation. But this is nothing but cuckoo conspiracy theories, because, as we all know, cloud seeding can only make a cloud rain just a little teensy bit. Not enough to flood the entire state of Texas, you guys. So quit being stupid. Climate change is the reason why Texas flooded, not because of any weather modification. Okay, silly birds. There you go. See, that's how they dispel of such silly notions. With fellas like this, who looks very manly.
And the timing of it, 2 days before, I mean, you know, again, anybody online that seems to be an expert these days would say, well, no, this is what, you know, started the flood or possibly like supercharged the soil so it was hydrophobic. Like, well, take us through the timeline here.
Yeah, that's a really important point, Gotti, because this cloud seeding, it works within like 15 minutes, half an hour, maybe an hour, and then that's it. So that was done 2 days before. So the CEO saying this, other scientific research establishes that cloud seeding isn't going to trigger something like this, certainly not 2 days after they were doing it. They were only up in the air cloud seeding for about 20 minutes because, again, it's targeted to a pretty small area of land, which was not even over where the worst of this flooding was, Gotti. So we're talking...
Yeah, they were only cloud seeding like 15, 20 minutes, and it doesn't really do anything, and it causes very little rain, if anything. And they were in this other area, and it was like the day before, and it was only like 20 minutes. So I don't know what all these crazy cuckoo conspiracy theorists are talking about. Definitely couldn't have been any cloud seeding or weather modification that caused the floods. That's just stupid.
In 30 minutes to an hour, certainly not 2 days in advance.
And I mean, cloud seeding is human-caused climate change on a very micro level, but...
Yeah, see, so humans can cause climate change, but it's on this little tiny itty-bitty micro level. So therefore, it's totally okay, and it's not going to hurt anything, and nobody will ever notice.
when we're talking about climate change on the macro level, does it look like this flood has any links to climate change?
I mean, well, yeah, the kind of apples and oranges here, right? Because cloud seeding is like weather modification, like very hyper local in the moment. Climate change is over a long period of time. And what humans have been doing by burning coal, oil, and gas is that we're making the atmosphere hotter. We're making the oceans hotter. But the hotter we make our atmosphere, it holds more moisture. I mean, that's just basic physics that we've known about for about 200 years. So the climate deniers say, oh, no, there's no way this is possible. But it's actually just basic physics dating back to the 1820s.
Yeah, it's physics dating back to before any of us were born, right? And we all know we can trust those numbers, right? Like this guy right here, you know, he knows all about the weather patterns back in the 1800s. And of course, if you don't believe what he has to say, then you're uneducated. So glad that these guys are here to educate us all so that none of us are going around thinking that weather modification was the reason for the Texas floods.
The hotter we make the atmosphere, the more moisture it holds, and that comes down unevenly. So this group of scientists out of Europe did what's called a rapid attribution report, and they found that this storm was up to 7% wetter. It dumped up to 7% more rain because of climate change, because of those atmospheric physics. Again, Gotti, that we've known about for 2 centuries. This is not some new conspiracy theory. This is just basic science.
Yeah, 7% becomes massive when you're looking at going from like 1 foot to 34 feet in a matter of 24 hours. Chase.
All right, so there you guys go. Cloud seeding debunked. Or cloud seeding as the cause of the flood debunked. All right, so somebody sent me a super chat. And they, aboard and abroad, said, weather mod pisses me off. Weather mod pisses me the fuck off more than anything. More than anything, weather modification pisses this guy off. What about the rest of you? Does it piss you off as much as aboard and abroad? Thank you very much, aboard and abroad, for letting us know about how much you are pissed off over these weather modification programs. And then, of course, these mainstream, these news reports, like the one we just watched, that's basically like gaslighting to a fella such as yourself. So if that's how you feel, I'm sure that last news report really pissed you off even more, right? And gaslighted the living shit out of you. Which was probably the whole reason that they did that report, was to gaslight the living shit out of you personally. Rocky says, Texas pissed someone off. Yes, the state of Texas pissed someone off so badly that they decided to flood it. Yep. Gimli says, these liars have tech to harvest water from humidity in a more passive and efficient way to produce 100% clean water. These liars have all the technology to do everything great and wonderful and everything diabolical and evil. And what do you think that they typically choose to use the technology for? To do great, wonderful things that help people, or the diabolical evil shit which make this world even more terrible than it already is? Yeah, usually that. It's usually the latter, right? All right. Thank you very much, Gimli, for the super chat. I appreciate it. All right, so there you go. Some gaslighting from the mainstream media, you guys. You know, climate change is the reason for Texas floods. Definitely not weather modification. There is a such thing as cloud seeding, but it barely kind of maybe works. It maybe sometimes, if you're lucky, can cause a cloud to maybe kind of rain a little teensy bit. Science, you guys. You can't argue with science. We've known this for over 200 years, since like 1840, whatever, 100. There you go. That's some science for you. All right. Let's move on to the other big news that Elon Musk is going to start his own political party. Did you guys hear that? Elon Musk's going to start his own political party. Got to hear more about that. I might be interested in voting for Elon Musk or whoever represents his political party. So I definitely want to know more.
Tonight, on the heels of President Trump signing his massive domestic policy bill into law, his former close ally, Elon Musk, announcing the formation of a new political party. Musk, the world's richest person, taking to his social media site X to say, "We live in a one-party system, not a democracy. Today, the America Party is formed to give you back your freedom." Musk, who was President Trump's top campaign donor, has been feuding with the president over the so-called One Big Beautiful Bill, which the nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office says will add more than $3 trillion to the national debt over the next 10 years. Musk has referred to the legislation as a debt slavery bill and had been teasing a new political party for days.
All right, guys. So it was only like a month ago or whatever that these two guys were BFFs. They were like butt freaking fun boys for life, right? They were like sitting in a Tesla, like making out, right? They were like finishing each other's sentences. They were like drinking each other's jizz, basically. But now they're total enemies at each other's throats and whatnot. Totally organic. Yes, the breakup between these two. Totally 100% legit, organic, not scripted at all. So now Elon Musk is going to announce his own political party. Right. So this falls in the category of shit that people are going to forget about within like a week or two. I don't think there's going to be a new political party. So come next election, I don't see any chance that there's going to be another political party or another candidate. So I think this is something that they say in the moment and then people just forget about it. And then next election, you're going to see some liberal candidate win. So I've already predicted that the next president is more than likely going to be a liberal because they like to swing it from liberal to conservative to liberal to conservative. So beings we're going to have 4 years of Trump, so another 3.5 more years of Trump, I've predicted that the next president is almost guaranteed to be a liberal. So let's say it's Bernie, for instance. So this whole notion of Elon Musk creating a political party, they've done the red versus blue, the right versus left thing for so many years. They're not going to switch it up or change anything up. And so the only time they had like a third candidate that I can remember when I was a kid, Ross Perot ran against George Bush. No, excuse me, ran against Clinton and ran against Clinton and George Bush. But he didn't win any of the states. So when there was a third choice and people actually did kind of like Ross Perot, there was some old people who did like Ross Perot. It was still looked at like a joke of a third choice. Nobody expected Ross Perot to actually win. So there really is no third choice. Even if you think your vote counts, you're not going to look at any sort of third choice as a possible candidate who might actually win. So nobody is going to take any sort of third party seriously. And nobody really likes Elon Musk at this point. So the sheeple don't like Elon. The MAGAs don't like Elon. The libtards don't like Elon. I don't really know anybody personally who likes Elon. Out of all the sheep that I know, none of them like Elon anymore. So I don't think there's enough popularity behind Elon Musk to have any sort of third choice or start any sort of political party. So I'm going to say that this is one of those things that people are going to forget about within a couple of weeks. And there won't be a third party or a third choice on the ballot. This is just some bullshit. Is what I'm thinking. It'd be different if like people actually liked Elon Musk and if there was like millions of people who loved him and followed him, but there isn't. Most people dislike Elon Musk.
The Tesla CEO did not respond to questions from NBC News seeking clarity about today's announcement.
The stock market's at an all-time high.
For his part, President Trump has been celebrating the bill. The legislation extends the tax cuts from his first term, reduces taxes on tips.
I think I forgot to read Davey D's super chat. I pulled it up on screen, but then I think I just pulled it right back off. My bad, Davey. So Davey says 380 plus in the chat. Hit the thumbs up. Good idea. Hey, if you guys are having fun here tonight, hanging out with me, do me a quick favor. Hit the thumbs up button. From what I hear, it helps the algorithm, but they've been burying me more and more, so I don't even know if it's going to help or not. But if anything, it looks good when there's more thumbs up than less. So go ahead, hit the thumbs up, help a brother out. It would be much appreciated. Thank you very much, Davey D, for suggesting people hit the thumbs up. All right.
Tips and overtime pay and provides funds for his immigration priorities. It also makes some of the biggest cuts in history to social safety net programs like Medicaid and food assistance. In Missouri, Kimberly Gallagher is worried about how the bill's new work requirements could affect her and her son's access to Medicaid. Her son Daniel has a rare genetic disorder and autism, and she is his primary caregiver.
Medicaid is in every facet of our life. It's not just medical, it's financial, it's care. And to lose any of those.
All right, let's look at another news report because this one just went in a whole different direction.
New fallout in the very public feud between Elon Musk and President Trump. The tech billionaire is now making good on his threat to start a new political party after Trump's massive spending bill becomes law. Trump announced his America Party over the weekend, writing in part, Musk announced his America Party, writing in part, when it comes to bankrupting our country.
Man, she's already botched this report like 3 times in the first 20 seconds.
New fallout in the very public feud between Elon Musk and President Trump. The tech billionaire is now making good on his threat to start a new political party after Trump's massive spending bill becomes law. Trump announced his America Party over the weekend, writing in part, Musk announced his America Party, writing in part, when it comes to bankrupting our country with waste, we live in a one-party system, not a democracy. Trump lashed out on Truth Social, accusing his ex-bestie of going, quote, completely off the rails and becoming a, quote, train wreck. Musk hit back by writing, what's Truth Social? So things have turned bad again for these two yet again. How worried are you about an Elon Musk political party?
Well, Abby, I think it'd be easier for Elon Musk to figure out how to get to Mars than it would be to start a new political party.
Yeah, new political party, not going to happen. So right versus left is what they have set up. And it's what they've had set up for hundreds of years, right? So what are the chances that they're going to like make this alteration to the way they have it set up? They think in their head a 2-party system. So any third choice is just going to be shoved to the side for your common everyday sheeple. And then, like I said, most people don't like Elon Musk. So yeah, this sounds like something that is just not even going to happen. American Party. Yeah, I doubt it. I doubt come next election that there'll even be such a thing. All right. Yes, exactly. Tall One Gardens. The sheep will never part from their indoctrination. You know, if you're sold on being a hardcore right winger or a MAGA, that's what you are. And if you're a hardcore, alphabet LGBTQ ABC supporter, then you're definitely not going to want to side with Elon Musk and his American party. So who is it who loves Elon Musk so much that they're going to be on board with his new party? Yeah, I don't really know anyone who likes Elon Musk that much that would want to jump on board with that. So seems like just some stupid shit that they're running with today that is going to be forgot about by next week. Texas Grown said, just ate some golden teachers, about to see rainbows. Not in LGBTQ or 123134 either. Awesome, bro. So yeah, what he's referring to, golden teachers, is a variety of psilocybin mushrooms. So he's going to trip his balls off, is what that means. Happy trails to you, Texas Grown. I hope it's a wonderful night for you. Sounds like fun. Jack Draper likes turtles. Good to know. Dcran4D says, where is Simone? Maybe she had something going on. Sometimes she misses the stream and then she shows up the next day and then she leaves a super chat in the comments and says that she missed the stream and that she's watching the replay. So every once in a while when she misses the stream, she just shows up the next day and lets me know that she couldn't make it. And I'm getting a text from Amber asking if I'm deleting her comments. I'm not deleting anyone's comments. So I don't know why you wouldn't be able to see your comments, Amber. But I'm not deleting anyone's comments. I haven't booted a single person. Jeremiah Dissident Morgan with a super sticker says, spoiler alert. Thank you very much, Jeremiah, for your multiple donations tonight. I appreciate that. All right, guys, check it out. So before the stream started, I was looking around for clips and stuff, and I came across a Alex Jones clip where he's upset and looking like he's about to cry, and then he says he's about to puke. You guys, Alex Jones, I'm almost 100% positive at this point, has been replaced by an imposter Alex Jones. It is not Bill Hicks anymore. In fact, this last video seals the deal for me. I am 100% positive Alex Jones has been replaced.
A disaster. I don't know how they got Trump and the DOJ to do this because the public is not buying it. No one is buying it. So I never saw any evidence of Trump involved in any of the stuff that came out. It was all fake. The fake Jane Does, all the crap, E. Jean Carroll, the crazy leftist cat lady, all of it. So now by coming in and being part of the cover-up, the Trump administration has become part of it.
That don't even sound like Alex Jones anymore, you guys. Like, if I start doing an impression of this fella, it's not going to sound like my regular Alex Jones impression, because this don't fucking sound like Alex Jones to me, especially like that last line and that last face that he just made.
So now, by coming in and being part of the cover-up, the Trump administration has become part of it.
Become part of it. Become part of it. Now the Trump administration has become part of it. What the fuck was that? And did you hear his voice like change? Listen.
All the crap, you know, E. Jean Carroll, the crazy leftist cat lady, all of it. So now, by coming in and being part of the cover,
you hear that? Do you guys hear that? It's like his voice is fucking changing. He's like kind of low and he's talking, and then he went real scratchy, and then it fucking the volume changed.
Leftist cat lady, all of it. So now, by coming in and being part of the cover-up, the Trump administration has become part of it.
Become part of it. You guys, that ain't Alex Jones, and it ain't the original Alex Jones, and it's not Bill Hicks. So if Bill Hicks became Alex Jones, it ain't Bill Hicks no more. That ain't the original Alex Jones. I'm 100% positive. That might even be AI we're looking at. All right. Got a few super chats that came in. Let me go ahead and get them, and then we'll get right back to this. He took Ozempic and got older. When you take Ozempic, it causes your voice to change dramatically and rapidly to where the volume will just change, and the actual sound that your voice is making will just radically change instantly. You could be talking like this, and then it turns into this, and then it's because of Ozempic. Yeah, Ozempic. That's it. It's because of the weight loss drug that his fucking voice doesn't sound the same and changes while he's talking. Sure, that's why he doesn't seem like Bill Hicks anymore, because of the weight loss drug. Right. Texas Grown says, just a donation. By the way, you do kind of look like Nick Johnson. Found out who that is finally. Well, I kind of look like a lot of different people. So I've been told that I look like a young Robert De Niro. I've been told that I look like a soccer player Messi. I've been told that I look like all sorts of different people. And so the only guy that actually came along and said that I actually am a shape-shifting archon and that I am other people is Aaron Haywood. And Aaron Haywood claims that I am Nick Johnson and that I shape-shift into Nick Johnson, which is quite fascinating to say the least. And anyone thinking that I must be kidding, no, I am not kidding. There is a man who thinks that I am an actual shapeshifter. Nothing ceases to amaze me anymore. Thank you very much, Texas Grown, for the generous donation. Yes, I look somewhat like Nick Johnson, I guess. Not a bad idea for his YouTube channel. He just gets to go around and travel, and he gets good views just traveling, you know. Not a bad deal. Whereas, you know, I get shit for views and I have to like rack my brain to come up with new shit all the time. Why didn't I just stay Nick Johnson? It'd have been a lot easier of a life. All right. Kelly Christine says, Alex Jones was never even Alex Jones. Well, many people say that Bill Hicks became the Alex Jones character. And there definitely is a resemblance between the two. If you go back and look at classic Bill Hicks footage and then old fat Alex Jones from like a year ago. But somewhere around like 7-8 months ago, a year ago, they switched Alex Jones out. And then we got this new Alex Jones. And I pointed it out, I want to say 4 or 5 months ago. And then I went back on his Rumble page to try and figure out like the exact day they fucking switched him out. So I'm guessing it was like, I don't know, 8 months ago or so. So I don't even think it's been a full year that they've replaced Alex Jones. But this guy, this ain't Alex Jones that I remember. Definitely not Bill Hicks. So anyone still going around claiming Alex Jones was Bill Hicks, well, it ain't no more. So I would quit claiming that Alex Jones was Bill Hicks unless you state that he has been replaced and is now being played by a whole nother guy. This guy who makes weird faces like this.
I mean, it's just you cannot see it any other way. So I just got to the office. I'm going to go throw up, actually. And this only happens every few years when something really, really bad happens or something. I mean, I'm physically going to.
See how he's talking real low and he's not really animated. I'm going to go throw up right now. I'm not animated. I'm not going to do the normal stuff that I usually do. I'm sitting in my car and I'm about to throw up right now. The energy ain't right.
I'm going to puke probably right now.
I'm probably going to puke right now because this is what Alex Jones does now. This is my new Alex Jones impression, you guys. That's how I know Alex Jones has been replaced by an imposter. Because he doesn't freaking sound how Alex Jones is supposed to freaking sound. You guys should be sounding the alarm. They replaced Alex Jones. This is not Bill Hicks anymore, folks. Who in the freaking frack is this? Who in the goddamn freaking hell are we even looking at, folks? My impression will never be the same if this is who I am supposed to act like from now on. Don't you guys realize this classic Alex Jones impression is going to die if I have to start acting like this fella who is not Alex Jones?
My mouth is watering right now.
My mouth is watering right now. So now I'm going to talk like this. I'm about to puke. I'm about to puke. I'm being real serious. My mouth is watering. I'm about to puke. Who the hell is this? This is not how Alex Jones talks, and you know it, and I know it. Something happened to Alex Jones, and I am disturbed. If this is the man who I'm going to be impersonating from now on, I have a huge problem with that because he's freaking boring. It's going to ruin my impression.
Because I have integrity. And, I just really need the Trump administration to succeed and to save this country, and they're doing so much good.
What the fuck is this, you guys? I get sick of when I say I think this guy's been replaced. There's always somebody who's been like, oh, you're crazy. He got older and he took Ozempic. No, this is a fucking different guy. And if you don't agree, then fuck you. You're stupid and I hate you and get lost. If you don't agree with me that this is a fucking different dude, then fuck you. I hate you. Get lost. Yes, I said it. You must agree that this is some other fucking dude here. This is not Alex Jones. What even the fuck is this?
I'm physically gonna cannot see it any other way. So I just got to the office. I'm gonna go throw up, actually. And this only happens every few years when something really, really bad happens or something. I mean, I'm physically gonna puke probably right now. My mouth is watering right now. It's because
my mouth is. I'm physically going to throw up right now. Donald Trump, if he doesn't save this country, I'm going to cry and I'm going to throw up. You guys, is this going to be my new Alex Jones impression? Because I hope not, because this sucks. I want old Alex Jones back, man. My Alex Jones impression is going to be fucked up now for life if this is what I have to fucking imitate. So for me to be a spot-on impression man, I notice when shit changes because I was imitating this guy for the last, 5 years or whatever? So I've been doing the best Alex Jones impression online, the funniest Alex Jones impression in the world. And now I'm telling you, my impression's being fucking ruined because this guy ain't fucking Alex Jones. It ain't Bill Hicks. I don't know who the fuck this is or what it is. I don't even know if this is a real guy or if this is AI, but what in the freaking hell is this?
Become part of it. I mean, it's just you cannot see it any other way. So I just got to the office. So I'm gonna go throw up actually, and this only happens every few years when something really bad happens or something. I mean, I'm physically gonna puke probably right now. My mouth is watering right now because I have integrity. Because I have integrity.
When has Alex Jones ever done this before, you guys? And what's with the whole sitting in the car thing? Isn't that what people do now, like on TikTok and YouTube now? Everybody wants to sit in the car and bitch about how terrible everything is. And so now fucking Alex Jones has to do it too. Seriously, there's like this new fad where everybody sits in the car and bitches and cries about how terrible everything is. You can't get views on YouTube unless you go out in your car and fucking cry. And now Alex Jones, who isn't Alex Jones anymore, also sits in the car and fucking cries. What in the freaking fuck is even going on anymore, you guys? I don't even recognize the world anymore. Everything unrecognizable.
Yeah. I just really need the Trump administration to succeed and to save this country, and they're doing so much good. And then for them to do something like this tears my guts out. I just need the Trump administration to succeed, and they're doing so good. And to see him do something like this tears my guts out.
What is this? This is not Alex Jones. I'm not enjoying this. What in the flying fart tits is going on? You guys, I really mean it. Like, I am at the forefront of the truth in certain subjects. This is one of them. As far as Alex Jones being replaced, I am at the forefront of this here subject. How many people are online, on YouTube or any platform, really breaking it down and fucking proving that this ain't the same Alex Jones? I'm not just saying it. I'm proving it. I'm proving by breaking down this footage, sentence by sentence, this ain't the fucking same Alex Jones, and it definitely ain't Bill Hicks. Decran4D said, this guy's not Alex Jones. I'll put my $4.99 on it. Brother man, thank you for agreeing with me in the form of a super chat. Like I said, anyone here who disagrees with me and wants to say, oh, he just took Ozempic, get fucked and get lost. Every time I say a celebrity has been replaced, I have to deal with people saying, he got older. As if this is just age that we're looking at. No, it is not just age. You can't take a fucking weight loss drug and have it do this to you. Rocky Shepherd says, do Alex Jones is Richie from Boston with split personality. Alex Jones is Richie from Boston with a split personality. I've been trying to tell you for years that if the Trump administration isn't successful, then I'm going to freaking puke. In fact, right now, I'm sitting in my Overlander, having myself a vape, and I'm thinking if the Trump administration doesn't come along and save us, I think I'm going to puke right now. In fact, I'm getting so sad, I'm going to start making some weird faces into the camera right now. I'm going to start making a weird face by doing this. One of the things I need to do is I need to puff some of my organic Bible vape juice because I'm so worried about whether or not Trump is going to be successful in saving us. I was thinking about eating my neighbor's ass, but instead I'm going to digress and I'm going to vape some organic Bible vape juice. And then I'm going to contemplate whether or not I should puke. My mouth is wet right now. I can't decide if I am Richie from Boston or whether I am the or whether I'm old school Alex Jones. I can't decide on whether I want to be old school Alex Jones or Richie from Boston, or whether I want to be new Alex Jones without any energy, who sits in his car and cries and pukes and makes weird faces. I'm one of these three people. I'm either Richie from Boston, sitting in my overland of vaping, or folks, I'm the original Alex Jones, the one you know and love, the one who wants to eat my neighbor's ass. Or, folks, I'm new Alex Jones, who likes to sit in my car and cry and possibly puke because my mouth is so wet and dry that I might puke. I'm having a mental breakdown. I literally can't decide who I am. I'm going crazy. So I think I might puke right now.
There you go. I'm all three of those guys having a mental breakdown. Whew. That was kind of taxing how I was going to make that happen. But I think I pulled it off well enough that you guys should be happy with it. All right. There you go, Rocky. Just for you, buddy. Me having a mental breakdown between being Richie, original Alex Jones, or new Alex Jones. Just for you, homie. There's Amber. She says, you are now entering the Twilight Zone. You know what that reminds me of? It reminds me of an old song by a band called Golden Earring. Do you guys remember the song from Golden Earring, Twilight Zone? It goes, hounds about stepping into the Twilight Zone. Places in that house feel like being home. My beaker's been bloomed and then moon and star. Where am I to go now that I've gone too far? So you've got to know when the bullet hits the bone. So you've got to know when the bullet hits the bone. Boom, boom, boom. When the bullet hits the bone. Down on down on down down on down on down on down down on down on down on down down. You guys remember that? Hounds about stepping into the Twilight Zone. All right. Sorry. As you guys know, I love classic rock and I love to sing. So whenever anyone reminds me of any song from the past, I always end up breaking out and singing part of it for you. It's part of my mental illness. I have classic rock-itis, which causes me to break out and sing song whenever anyone reminds me of a song that I like. Thank you very much, Amber, for the super chisnet up in this biznitch. All right. Looks like I have a super chat that came in just before that one. It looks like someone else wants me to sing a different Golden Earring song. I've been driving all night, my hands wet on the wheel. There's a voice in the head and that drives my heel. It's my baby cotton said I need you here. And it's 4:30 and I'm shifting gear. When she gets lonely and the shore of had begun, she sends a comfort coming in from above. Don't even let her allow. We got a flame, and that's called a red our love. We got a wave in the air, red our love. Do 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 do. There you go. Just for you, bro. I can't help it. All right. G Dub says Alex Jones just took Viagra and it didn't work. Look how sad he looks in that still.
Folks, what I suggest is if you're having trouble in the bedroom, you buy my male fertility pills. They're going to make you harder than Chinese arithmetic. Go ahead and just ask Alex Stein. He done took some of my male fertility pills, and him and his boyfriend had a hell of a time all night long. But that is a story for another occasion. Folks, if you don't go buy a Tesla, then you are not here to help. You are not here to help Trump save the world. And if we are unsuccessful, I'm going to turn into a different version of myself. I'm going to turn into a castrated version of myself. If Trump doesn't come along and save the world, if I can't eat a piece of my neighbor's ass, if we are unsuccessful, if we are to fail, well then, folks, it's going to make me so sad. It's going to make me so sad that I might just go sit in my car and I might just start talking like this, and I might just decide to puke. My mouth's watering. My mouth's dry. I think I'm about to puke right now. This is the new Alex Jones. From now on, this is what I'm going to talk like. This is how my Alex Jones impression is going to go. All that fancy, exciting stuff that I used to do, talking about my neighbor's ass and selling my male fertility pills and my products on InfoWars. Those days are gone. Now, I'm a low energy Alex Jones. I sit in my car and I cry and I puke.
Right? All right. Holden seems to be happy with this. Yeah, dude, I like old school Alex Jones, the Bill Hicks version, way better than new Alex Jones. New Alex Jones sucks donkey dicks. Seriously, guys, if we go like a couple years of him acting like that, low energy bullshit Alex Jones like that, ugh, that means my old impression of Alex Jones will become outdated, and it won't even sound like Alex Jones anymore. Isn't that sad? Yeah. The greatest Alex Jones impression in the world is being ruined by an imposter Alex Jones who doesn't know how to fucking be himself correctly. They should have had me do the job. They should have came to me and been like, Jake, we're going to give you $100 sextillion to be the new Alex Jones because Bill Hicks is ready to retire. And we don't have a guy who does it as good as you. So we're going to give you the Alex Jones mask, and you are going to officially be the new Alex Jones. Now, we know you are the world's greatest comedian, and selling out like this is not going to be something that you're going to want to do. So we're going to give you $100 sextillion. And I'd be like, 100 sextillion, and I get to be the new Alex? Can I still also be Jake on the side so that I can be Jake and Alex at the same time? Okay, deal. I'll do it. For 100 sextillion, I'll be the new Alex Jones. But guess what? They didn't even offer. They didn't even offer your boy $100 sextillion to be the new Alex. What a bunch of assholes. All right. Looks like I got a super chat that just now came in. Just a minute ago, I guess. And then it looks like a few people are requesting me to sing some songs. RJ Cranston says 400 watching and 200 likes. You know what? Let's go ahead and fix that problem right now, and let's do a thumbs up drive. I want to see 300 thumbs up right now. On my end, I see 235 thumbs up. So let's get it up to 300 right here, right now for you guys. $300 thumbs up, and we're going to keep the party started. And when we get to 300 thumbs up, I'll sing a little bit of I Can't Drive 55 by Sammy Hagar, because Rocky is requesting it. So 300 thumbs up, and we're going to sing I Can't Drive 55. That sounds like a hell of a plan to me. So I got 255 thumbs up, and I'm going to sing I Can't Drive 55 when we get to 300 thumbs up. 45 more thumbs up. Make it happen right now. Yeah, you who hasn't hit thumbs up yet, yeah, hit that thumbs up right now. And then if you have an extra account, go ahead and pull up another tab on screen and go into your other account, your other YouTube channel, and hit the thumbs up over there. Artificially inflate my thumbs up. It doesn't matter to me as long as I get the thumbs up. I don't care if one person gives me 100 thumbs up. As long as the thumbs up show up on my end, that's all I care about. I'm a thumbs up fiend. I'm addicted to thumbs up. Some people are addicted to drugs. I'm addicted to people clicking the thumbs up button. Oh yeah, nothing gets me off more. I see 270 thumbs up. Come on, guys. Hook a brother up with more thumbs up. Don't be lazy.
And, you know, the left, they're all complicit. They're openly promoting pedophilia. We know they're pure evil. And they'll think it's all funny. Oh, look, Alex is sad. MAGA's tearing itself apart. Your globalist masters literally want you to eat bugs and live in a 5G, 200 square foot coffin apartment. Look at the left. Look at them all posing with their Pfizer shots, looking like dead zombies. I mean, come on. You guys are sick.
What low energy garbage this is from Imposter AJ. Pathetic. It's almost not even worthy of my impression.
And so you shouldn't look at those of us that have a soul still and have integrity in pain over this and celebrate, you dumb pieces of fucking shit.
Alex never acted like this before, and he never had his eyes bulge out like this when he would talk like this and make these weird faces. This doesn't seem like Alex at all. Anybody who's been watching this dude for years who hasn't fucking figured out that they pulled the old switcheroo, man, what does that tell you? You got people who've been watching this guy for years and they switch him out. They can't even fucking tell that this low energy castrated version ain't the same dude.
You're going against your own self-preservation, serving this evil globalist system at BlackRock and the New World Order and Hakeem Jeffries and all the rest of it. So I'm just processing this right now. I don't know on what planet Trump is doing all this good stuff in the real world and still being demonized by the corporate media.
I don't know in what planet Trump is doing all this good stuff, but still being demonized by the corporate media. I know some of you guys are like, oh, ha, you're sad. But if you're part of the left, I don't know what the fuck is really wrong with you. I'm about to cry. I'm about to puke. I really just don't know what to do anymore besides sit here in my car and cry. This is a new Alex Jones. This is what I do. I sit in my car and I cry and I bulge my eyes out.
And constant lies like, oh, there was no weather alert for flash floods in Texas by the National Weather Service. There was the day before and over 500 times.
Whoa, bro, I thought you were about to puke and cry. What was up with this character that you just pulled out here?
The corporate media and constant lies like, oh, there was no weather alert for flash floods in Texas by the National Weather Service.
Oh, there was no weather reports of Texas. Oh, look, now I'm going to talk like this. Oh, I'm going to be all sarcastic. I thought you were about to puke. I thought you were about to cry. If you're about to cry and if you're about to puke, oh, well, then how come you're going to turn into this Alex Jones now? I was going to talk like this. I thought you were about to cry. If you're so sad that you're about to cry, you're about to puke, well, then you shouldn't be so sarcastic and talking like this. Like,
it was the day before and over 500 times. It's just constant lies. I need to defend Trump. He's being lied about.
God, the energy of this imposter is just all incorrect. Not Alex Jonesy at all. It's almost like fucking 70% imposter and like 30% of like what Alex Jones used to be, or less. What is that like? There's very little of what Alex Jones used to be here. This is almost so much an imposter and so different that there's like nothing recognizable of Alex Jones left for me to grasp onto anymore.
And then this type of shit happens. I don't even know what to say. I mean, it's just, it's beyond insane. You couldn't try to hurt yourself worse. You couldn't try to discredit the FBI worse than what they've done. Pam Bondi, all of it. All those videos are saying, yeah, she's seen the videos. It's all coming out. And then now it doesn't exist. I mean, what? What? What?
What? What? What? What? You guys, I'm about to puke. I'm feeling so sad. If Trump doesn't come save us, I'm just going to shoot InfoWars from inside my car from now on. You guys, I'm so sad and depressed. I'm not even going to show up and do InfoWars inside the office. Not going to wear a suit and tie no more. Just going to sit inside my car and cry and puke. What? What?
Damn it.
What? Damn it.
I mean, what? What?
What?
What?
What?
Damn it.
Damn it.
11 a.m. today, I'll be covering it.
Dude, what even is this? Seriously. Alex Jones is dead and gone, y'all. And this new thing is what Alex Jones is now, apparently.
And no matter where this information goes, I'll always report it.
Wowzers. Whoa. Holy shit. 1 foot on the brake and 1 on the gas. No. Bam, bam, chicka, bam, bam. There's too much traffic. I can't pass. No. Bam, 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 bam. Go on and lock me up for 125. Post my face, wanted dead or alive. Take my license, all that jive. I can drive 55. Oh no. There you go. Just for you, Rocky. In the style of Sam Hagar. Oh, look, guys, we got somebody who knows way more than me in the chat. Still the same Alex Jones it's always been. He's just lost a shit ton of weight, and he's on mad fucking drugs. Here we have a nameless, faceless cuck who basically is going to tell me everything I've talked about here is just wrong. It's clearly the same Alex Jones, you guys. So the fact that his voice, like, changes while he's talking almost sounds like it's a fucking 2 different voices that have been edited into one. Yeah. It's because he's on mad fucking drugs. Yes. Same Alex Jones. Nobody gets replaced. The fact that he acts completely different than he used to 8 months ago, it's because this guy here, 88YNPHYNYTY, yes, the smartest dude here on YouTube. It's because he knows it's the same Alex Jones. I'm dumb, you guys. I'm so dumb, I get tricked into thinking that Alex Jones has been replaced, you know. I'm so stupid that when I hear him speak, it sounds like some other guy to me. And so, you know, I go spouting all this misinformation about how I think that it's a different guy. But meanwhile, we got a real smart fella here setting everybody straight. Still the same guy. He just lost weight and he's on drugs. Thanks. Thanks for setting us straight. Hey, maybe you should like start a stream of your own where you tell the truth. You'd do a way better job than me. You could just tell everybody that everything is as it seems. Yeah. Rather than me do this and tell people the wrong thing about Alex Jones. Why don't you do the right thing and tell everybody that it's the same guy? And then everybody will come watch you instead of me. Yeah. It's infinity if you knew how to fucking read. Oh, is that what it is? Yeah, I don't know how to read, bro. Hey, why are you here watching a guy who doesn't know how to read, who thinks that Alex Jones been replaced? I'm clearly stupid, and you're clearly way smarter than me. Why don't you have a successful YouTube channel where everybody watches you and sends you super chats? Why are you here watching me? Seems like a waste of time for a brilliant individual such as yourself to watch such a fucking idiot like me who thinks that Alex Jones has been replaced. I am clearly cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, and you are a genius. You're smarter than like Stephen Hawking. So why are you here hanging out with us dum-dums? Yeah, this is where the special kids hang out, and you are clearly a genius. So why are you here dumbing yourself down, hanging out with idiots like us? God, I love those people. It's the same guy. He got older. Dave Chappelle never got replaced. He took steroids and got buff, and he got older. Eminem never got replaced. He just started growing a weird beard in his 50s, and he likes to wear a hat and a hoodie indoors when he goes to the Lions game. Nothing weird about that. And he's on mad fucking drugs, dude. You're stupid if you think anyone's been replaced. No one's ever been replaced. They just got older and took drugs. Jeremiah says, definitely, infinitely stupid. Yes. Well, I am, for sure. Those videos I made about celebrities being replaced, yes. It's because I'm so stupid and I got tricked. Meanwhile, you got guys like fucking 88 Infinity who are so awesome that they come here and watch my show and make fun of me. Let everyone know how stupid and wrong I am. Because they're so awesome and successful. Yeah. Glad I have been set straight. Why do I waste time giving trolls energy? Well, the trolls show up, so sometimes I like to read their shit and call them out and make fun of them. So, for instance, there was a fella, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks back who claimed that he fucked my mother. So I made an example of the fella, and I went and grabbed the ashes of my dead mother and asked him about how he fucked the ashes of my dead mother. And then I said, hey, why don't you call your mother and tell her about how you fucked my mother? I'm sure she'd be real proud of you. So sometimes I like to give trolls the attention that they so deserve so that they feel real good about themselves. Like that last fella. Yeah, Jaron likes to use sock accounts and hang out over here. Whether or not that was him, I don't know. But I do know for a fact Jaron uses sock accounts and hangs out over here. And then when you confront him and you say, yeah, I saw you using your sock account over in Jake's chat, he'll be like, oh, I'm married. I have a child. I don't have time for that, you guys. Oh, I'm Jaron. I don't have time for that. Yeah, okay. You only do one shit stream a week for your globe cuck audience, and then you don't have anything else going on. So of course you have a shitload of time on your hands to fucking come over here and attempt to troll me. And I know Jaron makes these little side channels where he tries to take clips of me and slander me. I know it's him because I've confronted him and had him respond just like Jaron would respond. But he still likes to pretend like he doesn't have the time to do any sort of sock account bullshit, because his whore wife and his special needs boy take up all his time. Yep, that's right, Jaron. If you're still watching, your wife is still a whore. She cheated on you with your best friend. Ha ha. Fuck you. And your special needs boy is going to be a little special needs boy for life, and he's going to ride the special needs bus to school. All right. The good senator says Nick Fuentes went hard in the paint on Alex Jones. Did he? Did he go as hard as me? Did he point out that it's an imposter like I did? Did he absolutely prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that that's a fucking imposter and do an impression of the imposter and an impression of classic Alex Jones? I bet he did not. I'll bet you he did not go as hard in the paint as I have. I mean, the fact that he's giving all this hate to Jaron is now kind of funny. Yeah, nice try the way you like misspell Jaron's name. Giving all this hate? The guy's a fucking shill. He's a government agent who pretended to be a flat earther for a decade, and then he flip-flopped on his flat earth stance after he went to Antarctica and drank Will Duffy's jizz. The man deserves to be hated and shit upon. So if you find that funny, well, I'm glad that you're amused. My audience might find it funny as well. Maybe I find it funny. So we all agree it's funny that I hate Jaron, who deserves to be hated because he is a government fucking plant and a shill and a bitch and a piece of shit. So I'm glad that you're amused by me hating him. He deserves to be hated. The fact that his channel is failing and flopping so hard is quite awesome, in fact. Seeing each week Jaron has less and less people watching, less globe cucks are tuning in each week to listen to his bullshit. All he can do is one little measly shit stream per week. I find it funny too. It's hilarious. A shill who tried to throw me under the bus many years ago is now an irrelevant failure. Bro, I hate Jaron too. Like, I'm not Jaron, you stupid ass. Oh, cool, bro. Thanks for showing up and telling me I'm wrong about Alex Jones and telling me how stupid I am and that you hate Jaron. So you find it funny that I hate Jaron, but you hate him too. But I'm a stupid ass. And I'm wrong about Alex Jones. Cool, dude. So you must be a huge fan of my channel. Glad you could make it to the stream tonight and hang out with me. A guy who you think is wrong about Alex Jones. But you agree that you hate Jaron. And I'm a stupid ass. Cool, bro. Time for you to be banned. Now he's just going to call me names. Well, thanks for agreeing with me. Now you're banned. Bye, fucking loser. Jaren's wife is a fucking whore. Ha ha ha. And you hate him too. Ha ha. And now you're banned. Bye. Bye, fucking loser. Bye, bitch. Oh, it's infinity. Can't you spell? You didn't fucking spell infinity right. You spelled it like a fucking retard. Loser. Bye. That's all the attention that you get tonight. Bye, bitch. Bye, loser, bitch. Why don't you go hang out with like Rose 777? Why don't you go hang out over in Jaren's stream with that cuck? Oh, yeah, that's right. You hate him. OJ and Toothpaste says, can you expose this idiot? His name is talking about you. They're the real people 866. Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. I think I know who you're talking about. Oh, yeah. We'll watch this. Yeah, there was a guy that says that I sold out because I started doing memberships. Yeah, we'll go ahead and watch that. Thank you very much, OJ and Toothpaste. I was actually meaning to call this guy out, but since his channel's so small, I figured there probably isn't much of a reason because all he did was get 200 views on this video. But just in case anyone else out there is thinking of making an equally retarded video as this, we'll go ahead and fucking shoot this one down. So yeah, somebody felt the need to say Jake the asshole has officially sold out. You hear that, guys? I officially sold out. Yes, the guy who lives in this office and makes like 20 grand a year. Right? Makes less than a fucking teacher. Yeah, I sold out, you guys. I gotta hear all about how I sold out.
All right, so I'm not sure if many of you know who Jake the asshole is. But this is Jake the asshole in this picture. I know it's pretty gay. Pretty gay.
Yeah, I took a picture with my dog. And so this guy thinks I'm gay because I took a picture.
Pretty lame right there, Jake. Well, you know what? You can love your pet. You can love your dog. That's fine. But please don't post pictures like this to public anymore.
I'm not allowed to take a picture like this with my dog because it's too gay. I hurt this guy's feelings to where he's going to give me some advice. He's going to basically tell me that it's okay to like your dog, but pictures like this, not allowed on the internet. Yes. Okay. My bad, you guys. I guess I like my dog too much, and I took a gay picture with my dog, so I deserve to be called out. I deserve to be called a sellout because I took this picture with my dog. Of course.
It's not a good look. Not a good look at all.
It's not a good look. It's a terrible look. I took that picture with my dog, and I'm just such a terrible looking fella.
So what's the reason for the video? Well, the reason is that, boom, Jake the asshole has officially sold out.
I've officially sold out, you guys. And he's going to tell you all the reasons why.
He is sold out. And yeah, you could have said he sold out 2, 3, 4 years ago doing the stupid NFL rigged content.
I sold out 3, 4 years ago doing the stupid NFL rigged content. So if you think my NFL rigged content is stupid, that means I sold out. Even though I make like 20 grand a year, I have a salary less than a fucking teacher, and I live in an office. Yeah, I sold out because I made some videos calling out the NFL for being fake. Videos that people liked and watched and wanted me to continue making. Yeah, because I made those videos, I'm a sellout.
But it's official now.
So I was an unofficial sellout 3 years ago when I made the NFL content. I was an unofficial sellout, but now I have officially sold out.
He wants you to start paying money to watch his videos. So you cannot watch his video unless you sign up and you subscribe.
Not exactly true. I started a membership deal where my members only content, you have to pay $2 a month. So you can still watch my regular videos, still watch my regular streams, but I'm going to do members only content for $2 a month. And if you want to watch the members only content, you got to pay $2 a month, which officially means I'm a sellout.
You have to subscribe $1.99 a month for members only content right here, baby. Woo, yeah.
Woo, yeah.
And is he doing this for you? Is he doing this for you? No, he's doing this out of greed, selfishness. He might make it look like he's doing it for you. Oh,
out of greed and selfishness. Yes. I need to make a living, and it's getting harder and harder to make a living. And with inflation and YouTube burying my content, yeah, I'm barely scraping by. So I'm a total greedy piece of shit who's trying to survive and make a living. And so because I want $2 a month in order for you to see my behind the scenes content, that makes me the most terrible sellout in the world. Yeah. Owen Benjamin, Zach Hubbard, those guys aren't sellouts. No. Those guys are totally wonderful fellas who got money out of their audience with their hard work, right? Whereas I'm a greedy sellout.
This is all for you, folks. It's just so I'm going to be making better content, more tailored content, so that it's not just going to be some crap shit that normies like, just to entertain so that I can stroke the algorithm and get extra views. Nope, I'm going to do content for you, but you better pay up. You better pay up. Well, you know what, Jake? You never had to do that shitty content anyway. People were still going to watch you, and they were still going to give you their stinking money.
They're still going to give you their stinking money, Jake. Yeah, Jake, you're such a bad guy. Making less than a teacher, struggling to survive. You should be happy to struggle. You should be happy that you're one step away from being homeless. You should never want to make any more money. If Jake makes 20 grand and then he wants to try and make 30 grand in a year, he's a fucking sellout. He deserves to be called out and reviled. Jake, you need to struggle. You should make zero money. Jake doesn't deserve to make any money. He should struggle.
So why are you doing it? Why are you doing it? Because it's not enough. It's not enough to live comfortably, is it?
Live comfortably. Yeah. I make less than a teacher and I live in an office and barely scrape by. And it's not enough for me to just barely scrape by. I want to be more comfortable than that because I'm such a bad guy. I'm such a terrible individual that I want to be slightly more comfortable than what I am now, barely scraping by. Because I'm such a fucked up, terrible guy and a sellout.
It's not enough to live a little bit more, a little bit above, that dreaded line. Okay. He needs more. I want more. I want more.
Ah, yes. See? I'm just such a bad guy. Yes, I'm pandering to the normies covering the NFL stuff, right? I should be making videos for a niche audience that is so small that nobody wants to watch it, and I make $0. That's what a real truther would do. A real truther would pander to like 5 smart people and not make content for anybody else who's even slightly a normie. Yes, I'm such a bad guy because I made NFL content. So terrible. All right, well, I don't want to watch the entire 8 minutes of this. But there you go. I'm officially a sellout. And Jaren's wife is officially still a whore. And Jaren's little special needs boy is still officially special ed. And anyone who doesn't like that, too bad. I hate him enough that that's what he deserves. And he's here. He's always here. He's always watching. Always wants to try and find some little thing that he can cut up and slander me. Slander this, bitch. Your wife is a fucking whore. You like to watch other men run a train on your wife, you cuck. You drink Will Duffy's jizz in Antarctica because you're a total cuck boy, and now you got no audience. So you got to go beg guys like fucking Fight the Fat Ass Craig and Micktoon to send their audience over to watch you because you got nobody to watch you, fucking loser. That sweet metal dude said, I had his wife. She smells like trout. Yeah, everyone had a turn with Jaren's wife, apparently. And he likes that sort of thing. He likes to watch other men, have their way with his wife. He only doesn't like it when he's not around to watch and get cucked out. So like his best friend and his wife were fucking in his bed while he wasn't there to get cucked and watch. So that's when he has a problem. Yeah, he's here. That's why he's using all these sock accounts to like try and get me pissed off right now. Rocky coming in with a super sticker. Thank you very much, Rock E. Shepherd. I appreciate that. That sweet metal dude says, Penguin Zero is everything wrong with the world. Hi, I'm a dime store Keanu Reeves knockoff, and I'm going to do a video today, and I'm going to get 1 million views in only a couple hours, and all I have to do is give my opinion about anything. So there's floods in Texas, and it's making me sad and depressed, and there's literally conspiracy theorists online who think that it's done with cloud seeding. Cloud seeding is only able to make clouds rain a little bit. That's what the news told me, and I believe everything on the news. So I'm going to talk about how sad it is that there's floods in Texas, and I'm going to get millions of views. I get millions of views on anything I do and say. I can literally take a diarrhea out of my mouth, and I'm going to get millions of views. Yeah, that is what's wrong with the world. Penguin Zero, an ass mongold. Yeah, they can just make a video about anything, and they automatically just get millions of views in a matter of hours. What the fuck's up with the ass mongold guy? Do any of you guys watch that ass mongold loser? I would hope not. So what it is like Hollywood's dying. And people don't want to watch Hollywood celebrities anymore. So instead, they want to watch somebody real on YouTube. So what YouTube has done is they have all these plants who pretend to be real guys. And these are the new people who are influencing the younger generation. So the younger generation isn't watching TV. So they have to have plants and shills like Ass Mongold and fucking Penguin Zero to control the minds and brain fuck the younger generation. So what they want is they want young men to walk around going, Puff Daddy used baby oil at his parties because he's the Lord of Lube. I'm sad and depressed that Diddy didn't get found guilty of all of the serious crimes after he was terrorizing the music industry. The Lord of Lube still is upon us, and I'm very sad and depressed. They want a man to walk around and repeat the stupid bullshit that Penguin Zero is saying. The last thing they want is a real awakened man to walk around and tell you the truth that the P. Diddy trial was a made-for-TV fucking movie, and that it was all scripted bullshit, and that anyone who fell for it is a fucking moron. That's the last thing they want. They'll never promote that, which is what I am. The guy who tells the truth that the P. Diddy trial was all made for TV bullshit, and it was scripted, and it was meant to brain fuck people, have them choose one side or the other. So someone like Penguin Zero, his whole video is, I chose a side. I chose the side that's angry and sad at P. Diddy because I believe everything I was told about Will at his party. They want young men to go around repeating that shit. Or they want you to take the opposite side, that you're happy that P. Diddy was found not guilty because the mainstream media is always trying to paint a young black man out to be the bad guy, and P. Diddy is not guilty of anything that other more evil white people didn't do themselves, right? Danny Diesel says, Airy Perry O'Sherry. Airy Perry O'Sherry. Are you wanting me to sing a song, bro? Is that what you're wanting? Hold on, let me look it up real quick. Airy Perry O'Sherry. I'm not sure what, because when I tried to look up Airy Perry O'Sherry, Steve Perry comes up. O'Sherry. So I'm not exactly sure if you're wanting me to sing you a song or what. O'Sherry. So on my end, if I try and look it up, a Steve Perry song comes up. Steve Perry O'Sherry. So I'm not sure if this is what you want me to sing or what. Oh, okay. It's a Journey song. Now I recognize it. Yeah, I don't know if I just got copyright. Since I played this cover, I was hoping it wouldn't get copyright claimed, but that might have been enough to copyright claim the fucking whole stream. Oh, Sherry, our love holds on, holds on. Oh, Sherry, our love holds on, holds on, holds on. That's the only part of the chorus that I remember. I don't know if that's what you wanted me to sing or what, but anyway. Thank you, Danny Diesel, nonetheless. All right. Had a few super chats come in that I missed. Jaron Campanella is a psychopath bitch, and his wife sat on his best friend's dick. Jaronism wants to measure my tool because he is a homosexual fool. But I'ma knock him out with his own damn song like his best friend fucked his wife with a schlong. I'ma feed him to my dog Ralphie. He'll decompose the body when it takes a poop and pee. Baby, truth the show. Now you're getting exposed. It's the baby truth the show. Now you're getting exposed. All right. Trout fishing at Hood Park says that guy's argument made no sense. Oh yeah, the guy that called me a sellout because I started doing memberships. Yeah. Yeah, he got a whole 200 views. He really put a damper on what I do here. Yes. Yeah, whenever somebody makes a hit piece video that slanders me, that really hurts me so bad. Stops me from doing what I'm doing. I'll never be able to sell another membership ever again because he exposed me so badly. Rocky with a super sticker. I think I had another super sticker come in before this one as well. The good senator sent the super sticker as well. All right. And then just now coming in, got a super sticker from Lemming in a shiny metal box. Says, good evening, Sir Jake. Always a pleasure. Have you spent any time in the San Luis Obispo region? If I were to visit California, that would appear to be very enticing region. Yes, I have, and it is a very beautiful area. So the beaches over there, you're looking at Pismo Beach, and God, there's another beach over next to Pismo, like Avila Beach and several others. So all the beaches over there next to San Luis Obispo are great. And so that area of California is beautiful. You really can't go wrong with the California coast. Most all of the coast is great. The only part of the coast that I don't recommend are like places like in LA, like, you know, Venice Beach or whatever, where it can be like trashy and lots of crowds. But yeah, Pismo Beach is great. So anywhere around San Luis Obispo is a fantastic area to visit. Any of the coast towns in Northern California, they're pretty much all nice. You really can't go wrong by visiting the coast. In fact, it's been so hot here lately, and I've been sick of hanging out here in the office. I'm actually planning on going up the coast and visiting my dad soon. So I'm thinking next week, maybe the week after even, I'm going to head up the California coast, go visit my dad, and then I'm going to film my dad give his spiel about how to change the world. And then I'm going to get in an argument with my dad on camera and show you guys what it looks like when I butt heads with my dad. So I have this whole plan where I'm going to like show you guys like what my dad's like and like where he's at in Northern California. We're going to walk around on the coast, hang out on the beach. I'll get some shots with me and Ralphie walking up and down the beach. So it's going to be like a coast vacation, and I'm going to meet up with my dad, and I'm going to make content. And here's the cool thing. I'm going to buy a new camera. I meant to go get it today, but the day got away from me. So probably tomorrow, I'm going to go pick up the new camera. I'm going to get the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, which is this fancy camera that has a built-in gimbal and is supposed to give like really nice shots, 4K footage. So I'm going to have this new camera, and I'm going to go get this footage of my dad in the California coast. And then I'm going to somehow turn it into content for you guys. So that's the plan, to go to the coast, make some new content, and then upgrade the camera quality so that I'm not just shooting videos with my phone. So yeah, exciting stuff, you know, to finally be able to upgrade the quality of my video is definitely going to help the channel. So my thoughts is I'll be able to make like blog videos and travel videos and stuff, and it'll look way more professional, way more crispy and clean. And I also need to upgrade the editing software that I use. So instead of editing everything with my phone, I need to like use software here on my laptop. And so if I have an upgraded camera and I'm using better editing software, it should improve the quality of the videos and stuff that I upload. Now, the time and effort that I'm going to spend on creating this content is definitely going to increase. So hopefully, fingers crossed, it translates into me getting a bump up in views, hopefully. But it's YouTube, so can't expect too much. But at least for you guys, the people who are going to watch whatever it is I put out, the good news is I'm going to be improving the quality of the channel very soon. So I'm looking forward to that. Thank you, Lemming, in a shiny metal box for the donation. I appreciate that, buddy. Very generous. And yeah, there's lots of beautiful places to visit in California. So California gets a bad rap because of, you know, Los Angeles and San Francisco. But when you get out of the major cities, especially along the coast and out in the mountains, so many beautiful places to see. Way more beautiful than most of the other states. In fact, a lot of the other states don't hold a candle to California. So when people talk shit about California, I always ask them like, oh, have you been to the Northern California coast and went up Pacific Coast Highway? Usually the answer is no, they haven't. Danny Diesel says Airy Perry. I tried to look up Airy Perry, but nothing came up, bro. Watch, I'll show you on my end what happens. Whenever someone sends me a super chat that says something like this, I don't know what the fuck they want me to do. So all I do is just like type in the name and see what comes up. So look, bro, I typed in Airy Perry on YouTube and it doesn't even recognize it. It says, you mean R. Perry? So it doesn't even recognize the person that you're asking about. See, look. No Airy Perry. Katy Perry. See, bro? So I don't know what it is you want me to look up. I don't know if this is an artist that you want me to look up or what. But just showing you, when I type in Airy Perry, even YouTube doesn't even know what you want. You mean R. Perry? I can try Googling it. But yeah, it's always confusing when somebody will be like, oh, Shrepenard Gillespadic. Shrepenard Gillespadic, Jake. And I'm like, okay, Shrepenard Gillespadic. I have no idea what you want. Shrepenard Gillespadic. Okay. Even when I Google it, it doesn't fucking recognize it, bro. Look. You mean R. Perry? Ari Perry, MD, anatomic pathology. Yeah, see, this isn't what you're talking about. Ari Perry, MD. See, Google and YouTube don't even know what the fuck you want, bro. And apparently, Amber is unable to send anything. I don't know what's wrong, Amber. I didn't block you from the chat, Amber. So I don't know why you wouldn't be able to send anything. Didn't you send a super chat earlier? Amber Jean? Wasn't that you? So I don't know what's up. If you're having trouble sending a super chat, try refreshing the screen or sign out and sign back in. Try using a different account. That's what I would try. Try signing out, signing back in. Change up what you're saying. Sometimes if you're saying something YouTube doesn't like, it won't let you send the super chat. So maybe you're using a word that they're trying to block. All I know is, Amber, I'm not blocking it or keeping it from sending a super chat personally. So I don't know. So I'm getting texted by someone on my end, a girl who's trying to send a super chat, and she's saying that it's not letting her post anything. Yeah, some weird shit goes on with my channel. Not only do they shadow ban me and bury my content, but they keep people from sending money who want to send me money. And then you'll have fucking shill bitches like Jaren show up and be like, oh, all your stream is you bitching about YouTube. Right? So whenever I point out actual things that YouTube does to fuck me over, that's when Jaren likes to come in with his little sock accounts. Oh, Jake's channel is failing and he's trying to blame it on YouTube. Yeah, YouTube unsubs my subs. That's why they tell me, Jake, I got unsub from your channel. What the fuck happened? YouTube unsubbed me. This has been going on for like 7 years. And so if I talk about it, that's when Jaren will fucking use a sock account and be like, people are unsubbing because they don't like you, and Jake is blaming it on YouTube, right? Tries to gaslight me. Fuck you, Jaren, and your fucking stupid whore wife and your stupid little sock accounts. Your channel's dying. Ha ha, stupid bitch. And I know you're still here, so suck it. All right. So I don't know who Airy Perry is or what you want me to do with the name Airy Perry, bro. And trout fishing at Hood Park just gifted 5 memberships. Wow. Very nice of you, trout fishing at Hood Park, for hooking up 5 memberships. So apparently you guys in the chat, you guys can buy memberships and gift them to other people here in chat. So anybody who gifts memberships to others in chat, you are a hero. You are doing a wonderful deed for humanity. You are a legend in my book. So thank you very much, Trout Fishing at Hood Park. Not only a supporter of the channel, not only do you donate super chats, but you're also hooking people up with memberships. You are a gentleman and a scholar. And from what I've heard, you actually have to enable that you're able to accept gift memberships. So I personally, I've never gifted anyone a membership or been gifted one that I know of. But from what I've heard, you have to go into your settings and you have to enable that you're able to accept the gift. Otherwise, it won't accept it, or your account might not be able to accept the gift membership. I don't know. I don't make the rules, but you might have to Google it to figure it out, or look up a video here on YouTube that might explain it. But apparently, you guys got to go into your settings if you want to be able to accept a gifted membership, and you have to enable it in order to have the ability to accept a free membership. So I've heard. Look, see, this is what they send here to try and gaslight me and piss me off, right? Guys, give me your money because YouTube is oppressing me. Come on, money now, YouTube oppression, right? Oh, good job, dude. Everyone's going to stop watching me now forever because you said that. Good job. So who would do that? Let's see. Jaren, or some loser like El Diablo, right? Sanity Machine. That's another loser who uses sock accounts. Sanity Machine. Hey, everyone. Jake is a shill. I'm Steven, and I hang out with Rose 777, who hangs out with Jaren. Yeah, Sanity Machine connects back to Rose 777, who connects back to Jaren. So therefore, Sanity Machine is a shill, a proven shill, because he hangs out with fucking Rose 777, who's a shill witch, who hangs out with Jaren. In fact, Jaren did a VIP stream with Rose recently. So Jaren sells members only VIP hangouts where he has a shill witch fucking Rose hang out with him. And he expects people to pay to hang out with him and shill witch Rose. And then Steven from the Sanity Machine channel, he hangs out with Rose. And he goes over and hangs out with Jaren on his fucking Speaker's Corner stream so that he can badmouth me. Shills of a feather flock together. So here's how easy you connect the shills together. Sanity Machine connects back to Rose. Rose connects back to Jaren. Jaren connects back to David Weiss. David Weiss connects back to Alex Jones. Alex Jones connects back to Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan connects back to Trump. Look at that. See the 6 degrees of shill separation? So I can tie these low hanging shill shit bags like Sanity Machine, Rose 777, Jaren. I can tie them back to fucking Donald Trump. Just that easy. And I can show you the connection right on up the ladder. So somebody like Rose 777 connects back to shills like fucking, who's the other 777? Crow 777. And then Jaren had Rose on his members only stream. And Jaren is a shill. He flipped on the moon landing and the flat earth. So Rose connects to Jaren. Jaren connects back to the Baby Truther show, which he did with David Weiss. David Weiss is connected back to Alex Jones. David Weiss hawked his flat earth app, his tracking app, on Alex Jones' show. The real Alex Jones, the Bill Hicks Alex Jones, that is. And Alex Jones was also on Joe Rogan's podcast. And Joe Rogan has the #1 podcast in the world. And he also had Trump on his podcast. So there you go. You can tie these little insignificant shill bags all the way to the fucking tippity top, the President of the United States of America. Amber, I don't know what's wrong or what's causing you to not be able to post. So I'm sorry you're having issues, but you texting me and getting angry, at me, I can't help you right now. I'm trying to run the stream, Amber. So yeah, I'm in the middle of running the stream. So I really don't know why it is that you can't post or what's happening. All I can tell you is YouTube fucks my channel over. They keep people from being able to super chat when they want. They block people's messages. They erase people's comments once the stream ends. They unsub people without their consent. So yeah, I'm fighting against a rigged system. The deck is stacked against your boy, and all I can do is just keep continuing to do what I do and try to do the best stream I can. And it's always just going to get shittier and worse. They're always just going to keep the deck stacked against me. They're going to keep stacking it against me. So what can I do besides just continue on as best I can? Thank you to Gimli for gifting 5 memberships. That's awesome. It really pisses off the shills when you do that. So the fact that you support my channel so much that you didn't just buy your own membership, you felt compelled to buy other people memberships. That just goes to show you my audience is more than just members. And I don't look at you guys like, oh, just become a member because I need money here on YouTube. No, my members are like my family. And the reason why I'm starting to do the membership thing over subscribers, because they steal my subscribers. YouTube will unsub subscribers who've been subbed to me for years. You know what they don't do? They haven't made somebody who's a member not a member. They haven't unmembered anybody to my knowledge. So, do I want subscribers who they fucking steal from me? Or do I want members who are like family, who I know are going to watch my shit, who I know are going to tune in and pay attention, who I know are going to check my channel each day and see if I put out a new video? Subscribers are fickle. You know, somebody can be like, oh, you said something in a video that I didn't like. I'm unsubscribing. Or they can be a fan of mine for years and YouTube will just unsubscribe them without them even knowing. So I'm to the point where, yes, I want members. To hell with subscribers. I want paid members because to my knowledge, nobody's being unmembered from the channel. And the members' comments show up first where I can see them. And on members only streams, it's just me and my family hanging out, having fun, and none of the trolls are there. So why wouldn't I move towards members only content? And I made it as cheap as possible, only $2 a month. If you can't afford $2 a month, you should probably be out working hard and not watching me. So I made it as cheap as I could possibly make it to where it's worth my while and you don't even notice that the money leaves your account. I want it to be like you don't even notice that the $2 is gone. And it gives me incentive to keep trying to get new members, right? So yeah, I need a couple thousand members. That's my goal. I need a few thousand members. And so if YouTube stops notifying my subscribers, stops showing me to subscribers, well, at least I got my core members who I know are going to watch, my loyal members who are like family to me. And that's why when I do my members only streams, it's just us members, and the outsiders and trolls who don't want to be a part of it. Fuck them. They don't get to be a part of it. They don't get to enjoy the good times that we have in my members only streams. So I've only done one members only stream and it was great. We had a wonderful time. Everybody who showed up was happy. I got to read tons of people's messages and we didn't go over the fake news. We just talked about whatever you guys wanted to talk about. So far it has been a win-win situation for the channel. Anyone trying to poo-poo on the memberships can fuck right off. Yeah, fuck right off. If you don't like it. Deadbeat says, how about a little Tony Jabroni to close out the show? Come on, you know you love it. Jake the asshole rocks eternally. Tony Jabroni. Who's Tony Jabroni, bro? I'm not sure. I do know that you have the song that you had AI make about me. I could show that. I haven't played that song in a long time. But as far as Tony Jabroni goes, I'm not sure what you're asking me. And I just made you a mod too, bro, because you've donated in the past and you made a AI song supporting the channel. So you're now a mod, bro. Oh, Tony Jabroni is the name of your AI group. My bad. Now I got it. Tony Jabroni and the Love Muscles. Okay. So check it out, guys. This channel, Deadbeat, he made a, he had AI help him make a song that he dedicated to me. So this is Tony Jabroni and DeLove Muscles, Jake Rocks. Here we go.
You don't seem to see the scamming. Why you think it's called programming? What you're viewing is hypnotizing you. Very few who talk about it, many never think to doubt it. But I know this one really gnarly do. Doesn't sugarcoat weak bullshit or shake a finger from some pulpit, wishing you would all fuck off and die. What's with all the hullabaloo? You know I know what you should do. That's give up the fake and give Jake a try. God bless Jake the asshole for helping folks to see, for bringing joy through joke and song and exposing fuckery. He's just what the world needs now, showing when they lie and how, saving all the slaves from misery. Misery. Oh, Jake the asshole rocks eternally. He's saving all the slaves from misery. Yeah, Jake the asshole rocks eternally.
All right. You know, I'm usually not a big fan of AI tunes, but that one is pretty solid. And being as it's about me, I'm kind of biased maybe, but I think that song is fucking awesome. There was a few people talking shit in the chat, and I totally deleted their comments. There's a few people like, this song sucks. No, it didn't suck. It might not be your favorite type of music, but that song definitely did not suck. If you want to hear something that sucks, go listen to Will Smith's new song. I had the misfortune of hearing Will Smith's new jam. Yeah. Now that shit sucks. Yep, I'm thinking maybe next Tuesday we'll just go subscribers only. If I do open chat, we're getting weird trolls to the point where maybe we should just go subscribers only. Yep. I just had to get rid of another one of those trolls who started spamming that he fucked my mother. Gotta love them. You know, trolls who hate me so bad that they have to use sock accounts to try and troll me while I'm having fun doing my thing. You guys, they want to ruin our good time so bad that loser cuck trolls who are too scared to show their face or give their name have to show up here and say that they fucked my mother in order to try and piss me off and ruin the chat. Yep. That's what they do. So yeah, I'm thinking next Tuesday we're going to do subscribers only. Not members only. We're going to keep the Tuesday streams open to anybody being able to watch, but I'm thinking maybe we'll close it up as far as anyone being able to comment. So you're going to have to be a subscriber in order to comment. But here's the thing. The shills are such fucking losers. They'll subscribe just so they can talk shit. The guy who comes in here to say he fucked my mom all night long and she was so loud and whatever. Yeah. He'll use a sock account and sub to my channel just so he can come in here and say that shit. Fucking losers, man. Just goes to show you what we're doing here is so awesome that the world's most despicable fucking losers want to show up here and ruin it. Yeah. I'm such a great dude that the world's most despicable pieces of shit show up and try and bring me down every time. And they fail. Angels and Demons 714 says, sorry, Jake, I was late to the show. Thank you for all you do. Well, better late than never. But yeah, if you missed it, go back and rewatch the replay. I recommend if you missed the show, you watch the replay at like 1.2 speed, 1.3, something like that. You'll get through it quicker. And then if you're going out on a road trip, like if you're going to be driving for an hour or whatever, throw me on while you're in the car driving around. That's another way you can get through these long streams. So not everybody has 2-3 hours to spend watching a stream. So what I recommend is break it up into pieces and then watch the stream at a faster speed than regular. And then anything that isn't interesting, just skip through it until I'm talking about something that is interesting. So if this section right here is not interesting to you, you can just skip right through it, see? So I want people to go back and watch the replay, but I also am respectful of people's time, and I totally realize not everybody has 2-3 hours to go back and watch the whole stream. So if I was to go back and watch myself, I would watch myself at a faster speed than regular, and I would skip through the boring parts. All right. Jay Lewis says, did you expose the Epstein jail video camera footage? I'm not sure what footage you're talking about. So the Epstein shit was a big psyop. So Epstein is like a made-up character that nobody ever talked about until the TV told us who he was. So one thing I don't do, I don't talk about what celebrities did with Epstein on his island. Instead, I say that the celebrities are actors on the world stage. And so what went on Epstein's island is made up shit for television. None of us were there, so none of us know. And as far as like Epstein, dying in jail, that's just all part of the big psyop. So I go back, like I said, to like the 90s when nobody ever said Epstein. Nobody knew who Epstein was, right? So I can remember before anyone ever said the guy's name. So I look at these people like made up characters more so than exposing what they did in any sort of footage. And I'm not exactly sure what footage you're talking about. All right, bro. If you think it's that funny, I'll read it and watch. Nobody's going to think it's funny. Bubble Bath Bob says, I need help. I went number 2 and my toilet is very clogged and brown water is rushing everywhere in the bathroom and my bedroom. It smells and stinks and I just puked. So funny, Bubble Bath Bob. You are so hilarious. Just a heads up. You're going to be an uncle. I didn't pull out quick enough. Congratulations after seeing your mama. So funny, Bubble Bath Bob. Aren't you glad that I read your comment so that everybody could laugh at how funny you are? You should go start a channel where you say funny stuff like that. I'm sure it will be so successful. You'll have way more people watching you than who watch me. Why don't you go do a stream right now and tell people all about how you had a bubble bath with my mom and you pooped in the bubble bath or whatever it is. I'm sure everyone's going to think it's so funny and hilarious. So why don't you go do that on your channel? Oh, that's right. You're a fucking loser who has to post this on my stream. Right. Exactly. Danny Diesel says, Jake the Truth Hole. Thank you very much, Danny Diesel. I try and spout as much truth out of my truth hole as possible. Isaac Chiason says, I'm new to all of this. I just want to support your channel. Well, how new are you? New as in you just showed up today? Welcome aboard. So yeah, I've been doing this for a decade, and the shills are still here talking shit up in my chat, still trying to bring me down, still saying retarded shit. They think somehow, I guess, that it's gonna like get me mad and stop me from doing what I'm doing. I don't know what they think that it does. I guess they think it hurts me in some way. I don't know. Anyway, thank you, Isaac, for being here to support the channel. I'm glad people like you are here finding the channel and supporting the channel. So awesome. At least somebody new found the channel. All right. Danny Diesel. Justice for Jake says, if you are getting a new camera, perfect time to get a new name. The elite are in the assholes, and I do think YouTube probably does punish you for it. How about Jake strikes again? So yeah, I'll probably be pulling the trigger on the name change soon. I need to update the channel art. And then, yeah, the new camera, I should probably get it tomorrow. So I'm looking at the Osmo Pocket 3, which shoots in 4K, and it has a built-in gimbal to keep the camera footage steady. So I can walk, and it'll keep it nice and steady. And so, and there's a bunch of videos here on YouTube on how to use it and get the best results out of it. So there's like hundreds of videos on how to use the Pocket 3 and use all of its settings and stuff. So the cool thing about buying a new camera is that there's YouTube videos explaining exactly how to use it to the best of its potential. So I won't be confused or, you know, unable to figure out how to use it, because all the tutorials on YouTube are going to make that simple. And so once I start messing with it, and then through trial and error, you know, I'll get good at shooting vlogs with it. So the thought is that once I have the new camera, I can start shooting these vlogs and create some new content without having to use my stupid phone, you know. And it's expensive too. So the camera I'm looking at, it was like $500, but now with the tariffs and the prices have went up, it's $800. And then with the accessories that I need, like the battery extension and then a wireless mic and a little tripod, it's going to be like $1,000. So I'm going to drop $1,000 tomorrow for this camera, wireless mic, tripod setup. And if I would have bought it like 6 months ago, it would have been like $300 less. So the tariffs are for real. And this is the first taste of the tariffs for me. So I'm gonna get basically tariffed in the ass tomorrow when I drop $1,000 on a new camera. But here's the deal: even though it's expensive and the tariffs are shooting up the price, the reviews on the camera are so good that I feel like I'll eventually make my money back on it anyway, and that the channel needs to upgrade video quality anyway. And, you know, good quality equipment costs money. So I've spent $1,000 on a bass guitar that I barely play that sits there. So why not spend $1,000 on a camera that I'll probably use a lot? So the thought is, once I get the camera and start using it, then it'll become like an everyday tool, a piece of equipment that I use all the time, and I'll make money using it. So why not go fucking get a nice camera? And lots of trolls tonight. You know what it is? It's because I know that Jaren's here, and I called his wife a whore several times tonight, and Jaren's channel is failing. So he's coming here like hoping my channel will fail because his channel has already failed. He's lost all his viewers. The only people who watch him are globe cucks who were sent over by Micktoon and Fight the Fat Ass Craig. So I think because Jaren's so upset that his wife's a total whore and that his child is a special needs tard boy, he feels the need to come over here and use sock accounts to try and ruin my stream. And then I think that Goatus's minions also come over here. So I bust a internationally wanted fugitive named Goatus Spherage. And he has minions who use sock accounts who talk a bunch of shit. And I put out a new video today on my Spherage Goatus parody channel exposing him. And whenever I do that, it really upsets his core group of simps. And so they're the types who like to use sock accounts to try and talk shit and troll me. So not just them, there's also Sanity Machine who uses sock accounts. So there's like 3 different dudes who like to use sock accounts to talk shit and troll me. So it could be a combination of all 3 of them guys using multiple different accounts tonight. One thing they don't do is use their real account with their real face. They're too chicken shit to do that. RJ Cranston says, Jizmism can suck it. Yeah, Jaredism, Jizanism. Jaren drinks the Jizanism. Hey guys, I'm Jaren. I'm always honest. That's why I flip-flopped on the globe, and that's why I flip-flopped on the flat Earth and became a globe believer. That's why I flip-flopped on the moon landing, because I'm always honest, you guys. I'm Jaren. I'm always honest. You guys, the moon landing is real. That's why I became a total globe cuck. Everything I ever thought that I knew about the flat Earth was wrong, you guys. I don't talk about any other conspiracies or any other psyops going on, you guys. I can only talk about how the Earth is a globe now and that the moon landing's real because I'm Jaren. That's what an honest man does. I'm Jaren. I'm so honest. I'm such an honest man that I'm only going to talk about how the Earth isn't flat and how the moon landing's real, you guys, because that's what an honest guy does. If you find out you're wrong and that the Earth isn't flat, then of course you're going to go become best friends with Micktoon and fight the fat ass Craig. I'm always honest, you guys. I'm Jaren. Looks like I missed a few super chats. Jay Lewis says, take advantage of them on Amazon Prime Day deals, Jake, and chat. Get stuff you need to succeed. Same with Amazon, though. The price for the camera that I'm looking at, it's gone up on Amazon, or whether you buy it at Best Buy or wherever you buy it. So yeah, the camera I'm looking at used to be $500 to $600, but now it's $800 just for the camera. And you need the battery extender, and you need a wireless mic to go with it, and then the little tripod. So the accessories that go with it, it's $979 if I buy it new. Now it is a little cheaper if I buy it used, but I'm not trying to buy used gear and then have some sort of problem with it and then have to go through try and resolve the issue with somebody from eBay or whatever that I bought it used. So I'm just going to go ahead and bite the bullet and buy it new. So I'm going to get tariffed in the ass, basically, whether I like it or not. I don't really have much of a choice. I want to upgrade my camera, the Pocket 3. I've watched probably 20 videos. Lots of people recommend it. It looks really good, and it's small, and it's compact, and it gets really stable shots, and it's 4K. It shoots for 2 hours before it runs out of battery, and it charges up in 20 minutes. So I'll be able to do a lot of stuff with the new camera. And so it's something that I've been needing to do for a long time. And I wrote down on my dry erase board that I need to upgrade my camera. So I've had it up on my dry erase board for, I don't know, a year or whatever, that I need to upgrade my camera. And it's right there for me to look at. And so now I finally, when I buy the camera, I can go over to the dry erase board and check the camera off my list. Thank you very much, Jay Lewis. Shady Davy D says, welcome all new members. Do some Jaronism. Funny that you asked me to do Jaronism and I just did an impression of him. You guys, this is Jaron. I'm always honest, you guys. I'm hanging out with Dave McKeegan and I've realized the moon landing's real. So I used to think the moon landing was fake, but there is literally no evidence that suggests the moon landing's fake, you guys. I'm always honest. I'm Jaron. The moon landing's real. If you want to hang out with me, VIP, want to hang out with me, VIP, and Karen B? Well, I don't hang out with Karen B anymore, but I do hang out with Rose 777. If you want to hang out with me, Rose 777, VIP, we're always honest. We're the most honest people on YouTube, you guys. Become a member of the Jaronism channel so you can hang out with me, Rose 777. We're going to talk about how the moon landing is real and the earth isn't flat. It's going to be such a good time. Looks like I missed one from N1 Ballers. Wants me to do Family Guy impressions. Family Guy impression. The only one I can do from Family Guy would be Peter. I can't really do any of the other voices. One sec, let me scroll back. I got a request to do a Family Guy. From N1 Ballers. Can you do some Family Guy impressions? Let me pull up a quick clip of Peter so I can get the voice in my head, because I don't watch Family Guy anymore. All right.
Hi, Lois. It's a great morning, no matter how you slice it.
I don't know what this.
Hi, Lois. It's a great morning, no matter how you slice it. Hey, Lois. Hey, Chris. It's a good morning today. So you're going to go out in the yard? You're going to pick up the snow? Chris, you're going to go out in the yard? You're going to pick up the snow? Or am I going to have to ask Lois to do it?
This is, Peter, but we're 4 months behind on our mortgage.
Well, that's odd. It's not like we're short on dough.
Well, that's odd. It's not like we're short on dough.
I'm taking the kids and I'm staying at my parents' for a while.
That's the yeast of my concerns.
That's the yeast of my concerns.
Forward, maggot. Next. So Saddam Hussein did this? No. The Iraqi army? No. Some guys from Iraq? No. That one lady who visited Iraq, that one?
So Saddam Hussein did that? Some guys from Iraq? Some guys from Egypt? Some guys from Pakistan? Hey, Chris.
time? No, Peter, Iraq had nothing to do with this. It was a bunch of Saudi Arabians, Lebanese, and Egyptians financed by a Saudi Arabian guy living in Afghanistan and sheltered by Pakistanis.
So you're saying we need to invade Iran?
All right, Meg, stay incredibly still. I'm going to...
All right, Meg, stay incredibly still. I'm going to whip this cigarette out of your mouth. Meg, why don't you go out in the yard and pick up some snow, Meg? There you go. Close enough. All right. Angels and Demons says, tried to call jismism out and JTube would not allow it to send. Yeah, you gotta misspell certain keywords, say certain things a certain way so that the JTube will allow you to expose one of their shill ass J plants. Apparently, YouTube's blocking the Jiren comments. I'm sure that makes Jiren happy. I'm sure he's here right now and he's happy to hear that YouTube's blocking the people who are making fun of him and exposing him. You hear that, Jiren? YouTube's protecting you because we know your feelings are going to get hurt when people call you out for being the shill bitch that you are, for being the no good shill piece of shit that you are with your whore wife. Yeah, lucky you. You got YouTube protecting your fucking loser shill ass. Why don't you go shove your head up Will Duffy's ass for ultimate protection so that you don't have to hear any of this? We watched the recent clip of Alex Jones, the fake Alex Jones, crying and saying he's going to puke. So not a bad show tonight. And then we just talked about a bunch of random shit. So I guess we'll go ahead and wrap it up, and I'll get off here, let you guys finish up the rest of your Tuesday night. Me and Ralph will go on a walk, eat some food, and we'll call it a night. So with that said, this is Jake and Ralphie. Thank you guys for being here with us and hanging out with us. We'll see you guys in the next stream, the next video. And thank you to everybody who sent a super chat donation. I really appreciate it. I'll go back and watch the replay later, and I'll read everybody's messages. Yes, even you loser ass trolls. And if I see any of those troll messages that I missed, I'll be sure to ban them so that they won't be here in the next live stream. So until next time, thank you all for hanging out with me. You guys are awesome. I love you. Except for the trolls. The trolls can kiss my ass, of course. Have a great night. We'll see you next time. Peace out. Much love.